Does Master dream of Luluhawa? The prologue. Let us begin. I will have to add Miss Crane into the level up document as well. First off is getting the summas in. Excuse me. I don't know what language this is, so I'm just making noises. ASMR of alien lobotomy. Ear me? You ear me? I don't like where this is going. Don't mess with my ears. You bought the Switch too. Okay. I mean, that's fair. I'm probably not going to get it unless it goes on a big sale myself, or if I can get it for cheap, because I don't really need a Switch 2. Can you hear me? Can you hear me, soul? If you can hear this, then you must awaken. Tropical islands, a vacation, making dojin, a festival of heroic spirits, partying in swimsuits. It's more than a little concerning when you lay all that frivolity out, but this is bigger than any mere party. A child of prophecy who tends to forget her duty, with 3 terrifying calamities, the Earth legend too epic to even comprehend. Yet, yes, unprecedented turmoil is heading your way, ready or not. You are the only one who can contain the situation. Now awaken. Awaken! Awake! Just wake up already. Being summer doesn't mean you get to hit the snooze button all day long. I mean, when I was a kid, it did. Nowadays, I kind of don't like sleeping in because I do my run first thing in the morning. Master, you're still in bed even after I came to wake you up. You really are a sleepyhead, aren't you? Okay, go for it, foe. Show him the new technique Mash taught you. Solar plexus shot. No, Mash, what are you teaching, foe? What are you teaching our cat, rabbit, dog? Yes, Chloe woke me up with NP5. Morning, Master. Just because it's summer break doesn't mean you can sleep all day. Come on, you need to wash your face, have some breakfast, and get to the computer room. The festival's already started, so you should hurry up and get your work done so you can enjoy it. Foo-foo! What are you doing here, Chloe? What, are you so groggy or something? Well, I guess I can't blame you. Reality's a tough pill to swallow sometimes. Yes, our solar plexus shot would be a bitch. Okay, big brother. I know it might be painful, but try to remember what happened in the command room yesterday. Okay, so Chloe's establishing herself in the little sister category? I guess? See, there's Summer Maeve. We're getting Summer Knock. It's finally time for our summer vacation, Senpai. And this year we have more servants here for it than ever before. That said, we aren't in any kind of strange place or environment this year, so we really don't have any special plans. But when I get the chance, I'm planning to suggest a small summer camp program to Commander Gordolf. We already did summer camp, Mash. We gotta keep things interesting. Things need to be kept interesting, Mash. It's Yabba Dabba Doo. Summer Yabba Dabba Doo. I see, I see. No, don't settle for a sad fallback plan like that. Summer break doesn't come around every day. I'm honestly sad that they don't have BB's VA voicing this. Because that was a shock back in CCC. And, you know, it's always nice when they actually get some of these things voiced. Yes, she is younger technically because the Aprilia anime and all that stuff. Although, she's also like an alter ego of Ilya, which just brings up the question of, you know, could Chloe be an alter ego servant, but I'm not going down that rabbit hole again, no siree. Not going down that rabbit hole again. On which note, I have breaking news. Attention servants with nothing better to do. Attention our master who burns with a fiery passion. Cast your minds back to the legendary summer spectacle organized by Bibi Pele, goddess of eternal summer, noted abyss entertainer, and renowned pink wrangler. You guessed it, the Servant Summer Festival, affectionately known as Servantfest, returns. And it's once more taking place in Luluhawa, the perfect resort town created by smushing a bunch of Hawaiian islands together. And in a shocking turn of events, Bibi Pele won't be running it this year. Last time Luluhawa popped up, it was because she'd messed with the Hawaiian archipelago to create a Bibi world of unending nightmares. But this time it's just an ordinary singularity recreating the Luluhawa you all remember. Yes, I've learned my lesson. I won't make trouble for human history anymore, nor will I make any worlds you can't leave until you finish your dojin. Aw, but Bibi, that was the greatest part of it! You don't even need a plane to get there this time. You can just ray-shift over at your leisure. So I hope that every participating servant can enjoy the liberating summer resort atmosphere, and the dojin market that has something for everyone, no matter your passion. Does that sound like a dream come true? It definitely sounds too good to be true, right? Sorry to say, but this is not a dream. Reality waits for nobody. The festival's already started. I'll spawn the singularity today, but the first official day won't be until tomorrow. Servantfest will be held in Luluhawa over the next 7 days. And the long-awaited Doja Market will open on day 7 to cap things off. I've also made some very special arrangements to welcome every idiot, clever servant who shows up. Bibi, if you ever see you on site... Oh man. You do not like Bibi, do you, Viper? Which is fine. You know, Bibi can be a little bit much at times. So I hope to see you all here. Everybody's cheering. Oh, you see that, everyone? That was the face of a mastermind who really knows her stuff. No wonder she's sus personified. Bad times are coming, no two ways about it. Yes, Bibi is a deadbeat mom. That's for sure. And wow. Viper, you see that? You agree with Maeve on something. You both hate Bibi. See, Viper? You and Maeve are getting along splendidly, man. Alright, enough of this formal pirate rare. Time to unleash the true power I've been storing up for a whole year. Brobeard! That's not... I'm not reading that, Brobeard. You're Brobeard right now. You're not Blackbeard. You are Brobeard. But I'm not reading that line. Brobeard in the house. That's all I'm gonna say on that. I don't want to know how the hell he came up with that. He's just Brobeard. Come on, Master Mash, what are you waiting for? Hurry up and change. You need to go to Luluhawa as soon as humanly possible if you're going to have any hope of snagging a good hotel room. Thank God I was not deeper in a drink when I saw that. Oh gosh. I'm gonna take a drink. I'm not looking at the screen because that's gonna make me laugh again. No. I don't even want to know. No. I want the same room we had last time. I was not gonna press that. Though, you know, I actually do have a curious thought here. Is that option, is that the wording only if you're playing a male master? Because they do have different dialogue stuff for the female master. I do wonder if that is different. Because that does feel like something that they would get a lot of flack. Even if it is just a name, I feel like that is something that it is for both male and female. Okay, I was going to say, I wonder if that's something that they would change, because that feels like something you would get a lot of flack for.
Can you race shift for summer vacation? Why would you even ask? Obviously not.
Gordy!
That being said, any singularity created by BB is going to be dangerous, so you can certainly go investigate. I recognize that much as part of Chaldea's mission. As for this servant-focused Dogen exhibition you call, Servantfest, was it? Truthfully, that still sounds like something out of a fever dream, no matter how many times I hear about it. But it would hardly be the only mind-boggling, preposterous thing to happen in human history. So yes, I'm going to just accept it's a real thing and deal with it, though I absolutely most certainly will not be going myself.
Yay, I'm gonna go see everyone right away.
Chainsaw of the Dead? That was a pretty good CE, actually. Not so fast, I can't let you go on summer vacation just yet. Do you know why? Because you still haven't submitted your reports for the last 6 months.
I'm not 6 months behind. I keep up to date on all my homework and stuff with classes. I don't procrastinate anymore. I don't push everything off until the last day, Gordolf. Stop pressuring me. I'm not slacker. I'm not a slacker anymore. I'm not a slacker. I just procrastinate when it comes to editing down my videos, that's all. I haven't edited any of... Okay, I haven't edited any of the Unlimited Bladeworks videos down, okay? They're still uncompressed MP4 files on my computer. I admit it. I admit it. I haven't compressed any of the UB Dubs videos yet. But I will as soon as I finish the UB Dubs route. I promise. No, I've not edited UBW yet. It's just, you know... It just is back to February 21st is the first of the UB Dub videos. Was when that was streamed. It's fine. It's fine. I'll get it done when UBW is done, I promise.
So, until you submit every missing investigation report through the last month, don't even think about summer vacation. If you want to go to this Luluhawa place, you'll need to make sure your homework is done first. Is that clear?
No. No. Come on, let's go, Mash. Let that pathetic... Shelter! Shelter, why? I know you're in summer mode and you're all obsessed about deadlines and stuff, but why? That'll be a good lesson for him. You'll stick with me, right, Mash? Man, having a job is rough to think you have to do work before you can break from work. Yep, rough. Really rough. At least it looks like that. Wait, I was born on the open sea, so I've only ever known freedom, baby. Oh, I guess No, Mash! Dragon of the Darkness Flame, Yu Yu Hakusho reference! Oh, Yu Yu Hakusho was awesome. It really was. I kind of feel like I want to rewatch that at some point. It's just a shame they never dubbed the final season. Just a shame. In the meantime, I'll gather up the rest of the team and wait for you at Jekyll's Hotel. Mash, why? Why is Mash going ahead of me? This is a betrayal. So deep. That's right, today's the second day of summer break and you've been... I see you fell back asleep because you were up late last night writing your reports. Working hard is great and all, but you gotta pace yourself, okay? No point in pushing yourself so hard that you're too burnt out to have fun. Yes, 6 months behind, Gordy said. 6 months. Haven't finished. You did watch to the end of the tournament arc. The tournament arc was honestly one of the better arcs. I'd say the following arc is pretty good. The final arc is a little slow, but it's not bad. No, February is only 5 months ago, J6. Let's see. Yeah, if you work hard, I bet you could finish these reports you got left in 2 more days. Hey, I know, since I had Ilya and Miu go on ahead so I could take care of our summer prep. Why don't I stay here and help you finish up? It'll get done faster that way. Foo-foo! You're so nice, Chloe. She is, isn't she? That's why she's NP5. 4 hours later.
I'm gonna take a break.
Got it. Then I'll go over these reports you just finished while you're gone. Be warned that I'll be checking them rigorously, not just for accuracy, but for thematic consistency, typos, and spelling errors. Hey, Chloe, how much would it cost for you to be an actual editor for me? You know, just in case I ever actually write that fiction story that I want to write. Because I could do with an editor. Oh, I take it back. She's not nice. She's terrifying. No, J60. What you gotta do, July is the 7th month. February is the 2nd month. So you subtract 2 from 7 and you get 5. Taking a late lunch, are we? I see your hands are still quite full. Hi, Morgan. Be casual. No matter, hard work is important, but take care not to overtax yourself. Go on now, get back to it, and try not to take too long. Morgan, jump scare. Yeah, it is surprising she's still here. Suspicious. 3 days later. Yes, that's the last of your overdue reports, and I can see you have no other outstanding duties either. Very good. As promised, I'm granting you authorization to race to this Luluhawa place. I frankly can't understand why you're so excited. I've had more than enough unpleasant summer event experiences for one time. But they say youth is the time to experience hardship. Now here, a little parting gift from yours truly. Gordy's the reason why we're wearing sweatpants in the summer. Take it. If you're going to Hawaii, you'll need new mystic code for the occasion. Thank you, Gordy. Honestly, Gordy's a pro, too. Consider it your summer bonus. No need to tell me, just showed up in my room at some point. Gordy, again, how much am I getting paid? The servants have an allowance. Am I getting back pay for all this? Now, I want you to take one of the other servants who stayed behind for personal reasons along to protect you. Be at the coffins in 15 minutes. I'll make sure they're ready to go in the meantime. Now go. Get ready. You don't want to keep Chirolite waiting any longer. 6 months of reports in 5 days is wild. I mean, to be fair, like, what's happened in the past 6 months that we could really write a report on? Let's see, there's the Mystic Eyes event. We apparently have amnesia of Paper Moon, so that doesn't happen. Excuse me. Nope, we canonically apparently have amnesia, which is stupid. I hate the amnesia plotline. LB7 happened more than 6 months ago. White Day, good point. Valentine's, another good point. Woo! Everyone is dead? Dead is a strong word for it. We're just running. Uh-oh. There's the voice. I should have known you were gonna mess with me, BB. I can't believe this is happening. Please, Senpai, you gotta comfort me. And now you add an insult to injury. You just totally froze in shock at my unexpected entrance, didn't you, Senpai? Oh, I'm serious this time, okay? Trust me when I say these aren't my usual crocodile tears. Crocodile tears. Crocodile tears, huh? Oops. What happened? Servantfest was stolen from me. I repeat, someone stole my entire singularity and Servantfest along with it. I've been saving resources for a long time so I could blow them all at once to recreate the Luluhawa singularity, and someone came along and stole them all right from under me. More specifically, they stole my right to race shift to the singularity and my Servantfest organizer privileges. Can you even imagine what a nightmare this is? What a complete and utter tragedy? All that time and money I poured into setting up the convention center only to be kicked out of my own singularity. All my dreams of messing with you in every conceivable way killed in their crib. Alright, the Iliad Castle and the Beast things. I forgot about those. Thank you, G6. Thanks for the reminder. Yeah, I don't see a problem here, BB. Don't be ridiculous. Whoever stole this from me is definitely up to no good. I'm obviously not happy about being shut out of my own Luluhawa, but I can understand. I'm sure I would have done the same thing if I were in their shoes. However, I took a look at the future through Shiva just a little while ago, and I saw the singularity becoming seriously bad news if nothing's done about it. If the Chaldea top brass find out about this, some of them will probably want to expel me. And if that happens, humanity will lose its ultra-advanced, top-of-the-line health management AI and enter a new metabolic age. And this era will be a black mark on history spoken of in whispers by the people, the Moon AI people who will come to replace humans for generations to come. The stakes couldn't be higher, Senpai. Please, you have to find the Singularity Thief and put things right in my stead. I was planning to go there anyway, so... I can see you're not too concerned about this, but fine, it'll only be a matter of time until trouble finds you anyway. Alright, let me go over your orders. Mission 1, find the thief who stole Servantfest and the Singularity from your adorable Kohai, BB. Needless to say, this mission is your top priority. There's even a Holy Grail in it for you when you complete it. Mission 2, resign yourself to attending as a normal Kongor instead of joining a club. You'll never be able to concentrate on finding the thief if you're caught up in making Dojin, so you'll have to forego it this time. Gasp! And finally, Mission 3. This one may not be your top priority, but it is your utmost important. Make sure the Servantfest goes off without a hitch. See out of the purest of good intentions, which may in retrospect have been ill-advised, I set up the Singularity to only disappear when Servantfest had a grand and successful conclusion. So please make sure that when the Servantfest ends, there's a big smile on every face of every attendee. Damn, I was hoping to have you comfort me a little longer, but my magical energy is just about to run out. Now that I've lost everything, I'll probably just keep sinking until I hit void space bottom. I might never get to talk to you like this again, especially with that ordeal call thing going on. Still, Senpai, it's you. I have faith you'll come help me recharge. So I'm trusting you to handle things from here. Take care of Luluhawa for me! Bye, BB! Fall. Exactly, very irresponsible BB is. Damn, I hope Ilya and Miu are okay over there. No, either way, we still need to go and see for ourselves, and we're not supposed to tell the higher-ups about this either, right? In that case, we won't be able to communicate with anyone, which means no advice from Da Vinci or Sion. We'll be out searching for the Singularity and Servantfest Thief, all while spending time in Luluhawa like normal. I guess that makes us detectives, then. Do you think we can really pull this off? Fall. It's not gonna be easy, but it'll be fun, I'm sure. Sorry for not knocking, but I overheard the whole thing. Fo-fo! Who are you? Good thing I stayed behind in Chaldea to pick out the perfect swimsuit. My Merlin Magecraft will be perfect for gathering evidence, eavesdropping, spying, exploding, tracking. I've got a spell for everything. Again, Castoria, your Merlin Magecraft is creating pipe bombs and living chocolate abominations. So exploding, yes. Spying, tracking, and eavesdropping, no. This will be the perfect debut case for the great detective Hawartoria Caster. Foe! We're all doomed. Foe! Come on, foe, don't be like that. So, going back to 6 months ago, that would be January 21st. Nahui Meklan Part 2 released on January 15th, so we are fine. We would not have to write about the end of Nahui Meklan. What story beats happen? Does Master Dream of Luluhawa Part 1. So there was Valentine's. There was the White Day event. Takasugi, that's the red-haired dude's name. There was Lilim Harlot. There was the Curry Castle. Paper Moon, which we canonically do not remember. And Mystic Eyes Symphony. So yeah, that shouldn't be a lot of reports. Foe. Well, foe out. foe, why don't you have any confidence in Castoria? What? Who are you? You look like Artoria, but... I'm Artoria Caster. Nice to meet you, Chloe. The whole story would just take too long and probably be more confusing anyway, so just think of me as a new addition to the Artoria roster. Here. All you really need to know is that I'm not a knight, and I'm never wielded the sacred sword as King Arthur. I prefer to spend my days away from the din of the palace, staff in hand, searching for new and exciting magecraft. Please? No, you're Castoria. They're trying to brainwash us. The translation team is trying to brainwash people. They know the fandom hates that spelling of the name. So they're trying to slowly and steadily, insidiously creep their fingers into our minds to change our perceptions. They're trying to make us call her what she is not. She is not that. She is Castoria. Yes. The fandom refuses this pronunciation of the name. Nasu has insisted this is the pronunciation. Even though Artoria is what the freaking VA pronounces it as. The VA for Seba, for all the Seba faces, calls her Artoria. The romanization of her name for decades was Artoria. It was only within the lifespan of FGO that Nasu came out and said that it is Altria. When, no, like, Artoria. Like, Artorius is another way to say Arthur. So, Artoria makes sense. The fandom disagrees. And that goes for you too. Okay, Soul, that was pretty much all correct, right? Why not, like, Allie or something? You got timed out in the chat for asking why they say Artoria and telling them it didn't make sense. Well, again, it's definitely more of a... Again, it's more of a recent thing that Nasu has tried to push the Altria spelling, but the way it is sound, the way it is was originally Romanized, and the way Old English goes, which was Artorius, it is essentially Artoria. So, yeah. Anyways, focusing more back on this, no more rabbit holes for me. Don't you think that's a little too casual? Besides, it leaves the whole caster part out. Anyway, there is no time like the present. We can talk more once we're there. You race ship from the command room, right? Let's go. Oh boy, I always wanted to visit the tropics. Cass is very energetic, isn't she? She just grabbed Big Brother by the hand and ran off. Oh well, at least her timing was good. I need to get changed too. Hang on, let me see if I can't find. I feel most reassured having both of you at my side for this mission, Sir Gawain, Sir Tristan. Together I am certain there's nothing we can't handle. My only concern... My bad, it's Latinized form of the name Arthur. Artorius is the Latinized name of the word Arthur, which is derived from the Welsh word Artos, which means bear. My bad. But essentially it is Arthur. Artorius is essentially just Arthur. You are far too modest, Sir Lancelot. We all know that on the battlefield no one strikes faster or deeper into enemy territory than you. Why do you not like Tristan, Viper? If anyone here will be lacking opportunities for glory in battle, it is I. I suppose I'll have no choice but to pluck these strings as a bard rather than an archer. I see both of you are sharp and skillful with your weapons as ever. How wonderful. Perhaps that's because when we were free with ourselves in Luluhawa and Vegas before, I still remember how our king scolded us last time. When did the Knights of the Round Table become the Knights of the Swimming Pool? This is your first and final warning. Do not disgrace yourselves during summer again. We have been on our best behavior ever since, but now we finally have a chance to truly redeem ourselves. Oh, that definitely looks like Season Knights. Who are these guys, Soul? These are a few of the Knights of the Round. Insulted cute poison girl. Which one? Oh, that's enough talk. Small talk, men. Master's arrived. That lady accompanying him is the spitting image of King Arthur. I had the same reaction, Lancelot, but I'm sure it's just our imagination. Our king entrusted us with Master's protection, and she's not the type to change her mind lightly. Yes, Tristan was back during LB6, but I mean, that is a good point. Why doesn't Castoria recognize her? Oh, I mean, I don't consider those Knight of the Round's actions because a lot of them were under effects from the Lion King. Like, Tristan especially got the worst of it. His whole moral compass was given a complete 180. That's the only reason he went along. I mean, Gawain. Do you know what Gawain did in the Camelot Singularity, Viper? Do you know what Gawain did? I'm guessing you must be a relative of hers, young lady. Allow us to introduce ourselves. I'm Gawain, and my fellow knights... And my fellow knights are Lancelot and Tristan. You gotta get your back on Gawain? Well, the thing is... Gawain knew how bad the Lion King was back in Camelot. And the Lion King successfully summoned more of the Knights of the Round Table than just what we were shown. Specifically, the Lion King did end up summoning Gareth. So, in order to spare Gareth from the trauma of slaughtering innocent people, Gawain killed Gareth, his sister. Which is tragic, but he did it for good reason. I mean, as good of a reason as killing somebody can be, but semantics. You've been tasked with keeping Master safe on this mission. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance. Actual Knights of the Round Table? Yeah, something like that, I guess. I'm Hawartoria Castor. Call me Castoria. I basically have no connection to King Arthur whatsoever. Is something wrong, Sir Tristan? Oh, no, not at all. I was just thinking how glad I was to be assigned this mission. Oh, I thought I was like the only servant still here. Time to hate Gawain again? That's a different ascension. Morning, peeps. I'm Suzuka Goes, and I'm totes here to guard Master. Oh no, Lancelot. You're already in your swimsuit. It looks great on you, sure. Alright, you get it, Master. That stupid fox was all like, what's this? Don't tell me the great Suzuka Goes and it still doesn't have a swimsuit spirit origin. Then again, I suppose it must be hard to have your hair sparkling in the water when it's tied up behind that dowdy hat. Well, of course, I had to take that smug bitch down a peg, so I used my divine power to whip this baby up. I've actually got another outfit that's my main deal, but I've got to kick things off by being the hottest one at the beach first, right? It is definitely an outfit. This summer totes is more about joy than love. I'm gonna make this like the best summer ever for you, Master. How beautiful, how stunning. I feel as though I'm gazing upon the sun itself. Nay, a flower of eternal summer. Alright. We gotta smack Lancelot upside the head for MASH, since she's not here. It's truly a pleasure to make your acquaintance, Lady Suzuka. Indeed, I've never been more grateful for summer than I am at this moment. Damn, already laying down the smoothest rap you got. Nice, I kind of figured you Knights of the Round Table would be all be stiffs. Please don't pay him too much mind. He's just being polite. But just in case, let me remind you that our primary duty is to protect Master Sir Lancelot. The same goes for you, Sir Tristan. Why are you warning me, too? I'm not about to let my fondness for married women lead me astray forever. Oh, the Knights of the Round. They're not beating any allegations. Still, her tan is lovely. I would go so far to say it radiates vitality. Perhaps Isolde could branch out into Isolde of the Tan Hounds. The Knights of the Round Table are not beating the allegations. Hey, Master, are you sure these guys are knights? You didn't, like, grab a bunch of Blackbeard pirates by mistake, did you? Oh, good, you haven't reshifted yet. Sorry it took me a lot longer to change than I thought. Welcome back, Janice. I thought long and hard about what would be in demand at Servantfest, and this is the spirit origin I came up with to replace my impish angelic archer. I honestly really do like this outfit for Chloe. That's right, I've read more comics than you can possibly imagine. Say hello to the newly grown-up Chloe von Einsburn, the beautiful and talented Editor-in-Chief. Thanks, Master. I love your new summer outfit, too. Yeah, I don't know if that's... I kind of doubt that pass is legit or anything, but still, I do like... I'm going to be honest, this look for Summer Chloe is better than base Chloe's look. Kind of just the hair down thing. I don't know what it is, but I kind of prefer a hair down look more than anything. Just like on any kind of artwork. Glad to be working with you, although... Wow, Suzuka, that swimsuit is totally banging. I'm glad I'm not competing with you. Seriously, that tan and pink bikini combo is a feast for the eyes. You say that, but I bet you haven't shown your fangs yet, have you? Wonder what kind of swimsuit you're packing in that suitcase, you little imp. Are you all finished? I mean, knowing what I know of how the Aprilia manga goes... It does make me like Chloe as a servant more, but we're probably never going to see that side of her in FGO, so...
Oh no, please, at ease. While I'm entrusting all of you with Master safety, that doesn't mean this is an official mission. I know our field ops team may have been fighting amongst almost non-stop, so this should be a well-deserved opportunity to rest and recuperate. There should be no danger on this trip whatsoever, so let alone any threats to human history, isn't that right?
Sure, Gordy. Sure. Whatever you say. Excuse me. Yes, of course, this is just a holiday. No world-ending plots or evil masterminds this time. Though we will be looking for a thief. Well, she just lied right to his face. She's got way more guts than I would have guessed.
Very good. All right. Your race shift is officially authorized. Go ahead and enjoy this Servantfest all you like. Incidentally, if you want to get me a souvenir, I wouldn't say no to a nice ukulele. As for the rest of the staff, I think matching leis would do nicely. Just make sure you save the receipts.
Does this mean I get an allowance now, Gordy? We still haven't discussed my pay. I want an allowance. Can I allowance be quartz? Like 10 quartz a day or something? That was a nice jingle. Okay. And it's Luluhawa. It's bigger this time, isn't it? Is it bigger than last time? I don't think this edge over here existed last time. I'm pretty sure this mountain did, but everything beyond it I don't think existed. Okay, let's see. A battle mission! Woo! Battle! You hated Luluhawa because the last one was a points ladder? It does not seem like this one will be, though. At least. This one shall not be a points ladder. Welcome to the Luluhawa airports, everyone! It's definitely a lot more contemporary than I was expecting, especially compared to everything I learned about the tropics. Also, is it kind of creepy how there's no one else in this entire giant building? There's a bunch of electronic signs say day 5. So if this is the 5th day of Servantfest, everyone else must have already gotten here way ahead of us. I bet it was packed that first day. Just leaving the airport could have taken hours. Having to go through customs at real airports sucks, but we don't need to do that because it's just a fake in a singularity. They probably just reshifted here first because the singularity is like intentionally copying the first Luluhawa. But hey, that feeling you get when you first arrive at the airport is pretty sweet. I gotta say, BB totes knows how to make a trip feel special. I couldn't agree more. While she does tend to cause problems wherever she goes, I suspect the singularity blow will be enough to make up for the past Luluhawa incident and the time she took over a Holy Grail front. Shine! I find these bright, cheerful seas in the tropics intimidating. As the Knight of the Lake, I personally prefer the calm, still waters of Marseille. But since we are here to guard Master, I'll simply have to adapt. Shine! What's with the chickens? Forgive me for arriving alongside these delightful if noisy wild chickens, Caster. These feathered friends of mine kindly came along out of concern for me and my poor diving skills. Rest assured, I, Seabird Knight Tristan, am now fully prepared for whatever we may face. Shine! Judging by the looks on their faces, it seems we may have startled them more than we expected. I think we need to introduce ourselves properly, just as we planned. Let's do this, men. Right. Even in the tropics, we never let the sun get to us. We uphold the tenets of chivalry no matter the time or place. We are the knights among knights, the 3 round knight brothers. Okay, they totally messed up the colors. Tristan should be green and Lancelot should be blue. Like, if you're gonna do colors that match the 3 card types, at least make their NPs match. Gawain got the memo. Lancelot, Tristan, you need to get the memo, dudes. Goons and goobers. Skin. What? Just yelling out skin as you come down from a jump is so weird. I should say something since we're more or less from the same legend. What was that supposed to be funny? Questionable taste aside, that was an entrance. What happened to your king's warning? You have a point, Master. However, we're still youths at heart. The more you try to restrain those hearts, the more they swell to the point there's no longer possible. I mean, hearts are meant to be restrained. If your heart is swelling, then that is definitely a concern, Gawain. Swelling hearts is definitely a health concern. Yeah, we need Summer Betty to tame these 3 fools. When did you guys become brothers? It's just a figure of speech. Strictly speaking, we're a union. Our job is to ensure your peaceful enjoyment of summer, which means keeping the summer peace. That's why we wear these swimsuits. These Knights of the Round Table are sure friendly. Want me to give them a talking to? They're usually dependable where it counts. Alright, why don't we save the chit-chat for later and head outside? I want to get some sun already. Agreed, we should also see a great number of servants out in the main street. Perhaps they're even in the middle of some sort of fun event. We can join them after we say hello. Bunnytoria's personal chaperone and butler. I have a level 1 Bunnytoria that is not leveled up for years. We are not the same. But that's fair. I respect your wishes, J6, and that is why Bunnytoria is at the bottom of the list, because there's absolutely nobody lower down on the list than her. Whoa. It's been way too long. The sky's so blue, and the sun's so bright, and the sea breeze is so fresh and salty. Yes, that's why I said I respect your wishes to put her down so low. Oh, I can't believe how different this place is from Fairy Britain. You were right, it's so nice here. Oh yeah, this is your first time here, huh, all casts? Yep, this is Waikiki, the most astonishingly, liberating tourist spot ever. Gods, I love how it feels when you get out of the hot sun and into the cool shade. It's the best. Although I guess you can also feel, like, too liberated. Look, check them out. They were. J6. All 21 were yours. What's that? Is the ground rumbling? And I can see what looks like a cloud of dust heading towards us from across the street, too. So they've come. I trust you're all ready to go, everyone. Of course, with numbers like these, I think I'll be better equipped to handle them than you two. Did you truly think I would chicken out and let you have all the glory in our first battle in Luluhawa, Sir Gawain? Perish the thought. Let us handle this soul, caster. And as unworthy as our opponents may be, this is still a chance to show what the Knights of the Round Table can do. Get back, Castoria. Why, I can fight too. They're tougher than you'd think when you're seeing them for the first time. It's better to observe Luluhawa's famous monster chickens from a distance before you fight them yourself. Monster chickens. Ah, the monster chickens. Fond, fond memories. Wow. Interesting. Locking us down here, but we have a new Mystic Code added to the list of Mystic Codes to be leveled up. So that's 2 Mystic Codes that need to be leveled up. What does this one do? Sky Blue. Arts for 1 turn and crit strength. Okay. Wind Green is evasion and NP gauge. Lightning Yellow is arts card crit stat gathering and NP gauge. So 2 NP gauge boosts. Even if those are just 10% to pop, that does have potential. Good lord, why are there 2 Guiles on a CE? Why are there 2 versions of Guiles on a CE? Also, I feel like this is going to be a gimmick fight where my front line is about to be completely wiped out. Why do I feel like my front line is just being poised to be wiped out completely? Greatly increased damage dealt against Knights of the Round Table. Yeah. I'm about to lose my whole front line. Lancelot's wearing Gucci swim pants. Honestly, I would not be surprised if Lancelot is just straight up wearing boxers. I would not put it past him. Beep bop boop. Yes, it's essentially anti-Knight of the Round Table buff. I'm honestly surprised everybody survived a round. Beep bop boop. Still afraid to talk to his son/daughter. Yeah. Just the name? I'll have to recheck what the name was. They are trying! What is with this? Why? They're trying to brainwash us, man! They're trying to brainwash us to accept the spelling. But I'm not gonna accept. It's Hawartoria, man. Hawartoria. Summer Chloe. He's here. So, Summer Chloe's first skill. How is the progress be? Attack for 3 turns. Crit strength for 3 turns. Apply a state that applies completed draft for 5 turns to yourself when attacking for 5 times to all allies. Apply a state that increases crit strength for yourself before damaging from quick attacks for yourself. That's okay. Yes, I already went on the tangent, Janice. I already went on the tangent. So Chloe's first skill starts out simple enough, but she applies completed draft state to all allies and increases crit damage before she hits with quick. Okay, it's a bit weird. We can get it replaced in time. Apply Guts to a single ally, and apply a state that sends you to the back of the line at the end of the turn. Huh. Interesting. Very interesting. Manuscript received. Increase NP strength for 3 turns, and increase NP according to number of completed drafts, and remove them from all allies. And she also... her NP does something. So dealing over... she does overcharge... she does extra damage based on the number of completed drafts to a max of 10. Interesting. I'm gonna have to look at Summer Chloe a little bit more closely with her skills as I get her leveled up, though. It's probably gonna be a while. It will probably be a while, but still. Very interesting. Also, those chickens have the ahogi, or whatever it's called, on their heads. Wow, I didn't know chickens were so strong here. I guess Hawaii's a pretty strange place. That's not really the strange thing. Were Luluhawa chickens always like that? Kinda thought the boys would like to do better than that, too. They did perfectly fine, Suzuka. Cowlick. There. I think they're more shocked than any of us. Hell yeah, can you blame them? Those chickens never did that kind of damage before. They've got to be a new species. Did the Ahogi Cowlick think you do this? Is that how they seem to have special attacks against the Round Table? Do you think this might be a clue to the thief's identity, Master? Baby never said anything about this. You really think so? Maybe they were just some super weird chickens and it was all a coincidence? Cass, what did you do? Oh, Castoria. Is Castoria the big bad of this event? Oh, this confounds me. I thought I was going to clear my name only to sully it all the more. Still, our defeat wasn't entirely for nothing. I picked this up after these chickens dropped it. Doesn't look like BB Bucks. It's Hawartoria Bucks. That's a Morpound Bill. And looks like it's got Morgan's face on it and everything. What in the world is Fairy Brit and Curtsy doing here? Passing nameless heroic spirit. Okay, they couldn't have just given this role to some random servant. They just had to have a passing nameless... Yes, it's Morgan Freeman, everybody. Morgan Freeman is confirmed to be a heroic spirit, apparently. I'm afraid you're mistaken, young lady. That's the Singularity's new paper money. All the money we had before is completely worthless now. Can't even exchange it for the new kind. Everything about the old administration is vilified now. That's why even the chickens changed into a new species. Those chickens that attacked you now are called monster castor-boars. They're 3 times as violent, 3 times as hungry, and deal 3 times the special attack damage to the round-tailed servants as old Luluhawa chickens. Any of you with the round-table ties ought to watch your backs. It's peck-or-be-pecked out there. Hang on, did you say old administration? So there's a new administration running things here now? Yeah, that glare kind of makes me no longer suspect Cass. What about the Servantfest? And who are you anyway? That's right, this isn't Luluhawa anymore. Under the Servantfest Normalization Committee, it's now become known as... Nasu, did you write this event, man? Did Nasu freaking write this event as revenge? Or something? Is he that salty that nobody accepts his vision? Is Nasu truly this salty? Hawartoria. It's Hawartoria.
aka mysterious tropical island X, where every Artoria face heroic spirit gets a 20% off blessing. Okay, now I'm suspecting MHX. Now I'm suspecting MHX is being behind all this, cause a 20% off for any Seba face, I think she would be all for it. Yes, this is petty as fuck. Nasu, Mushroom Man, just accept it. Nobody likes your trying to force the name. It's Hawartoria. Hawartoria. Yes, which is why a 20% discount would go a long way for her. Another node. Castor this time is the enemy. How petty you are, Nasu is always pettier. I can be pretty petty. Hawartoria? That is such a mouthful to try and say. I need to concentrate to not slip up and give in. So, does this mean you're the Singularity Thief, Castoria? Also, those were some eyes from Chloe. Oh, come on, it can't be that simple. Besides, we don't have nearly enough evidence to be drawing conclusions yet. Did you say a thief? Is something going on here? Alright, we still haven't told you guys. The truth is, Master, me, and Castoria here were all sent to investigate Luluhawa. Let's go somewhere we can talk without more of those MCBs attacking us. Investigate, so you're here to, like, work, not have fun. It is Nintendo levels of petty. How careless of me. I'm deeply ashamed. I simply couldn't muster my true strength in the face of that flipped-up hair. Still, it seems as though there's more to this place than we thought. Why don't we head to the hotel for now? I'm sure Lady Mash and the others who arrived before we did can fill us in. With her keen eye and sharp mind, I'm sure she'll know what's happening here on this island. When will Artoria talk to Mordred? I think they had a very brief interaction in the first summer event. A very, very brief interaction. That must be the front desk. Wait here while I go check us in. Need a drink of water. Man, it's so quiet for such a fancy hotel. I really thought the lobby would be, I don't know, busier. It was. This place used to be open 24/7 with guests coming in and going for all the time. After all, this place is also known as the elevator hall, so all guests would have to pass here. Yeah, oh, you noticed it too. Right, Tristan? That I have. The guests here can easily be counted upon one hand. And we didn't pass so much as a single servant on our way here. This is nothing like the endless festival that defined our last trip to Luluhawa. Hawartoria, as beautiful as the name may be, I sense large, disturbing plots swirling beneath the surface. Nasu's revenge, indeed. What are you talking about? Another good Chloe face. I hope we get a lot of good, funny faces. Of course I've got a reservation. You would never forget to make one for me. Be that as it may, I'm afraid we simply don't have your name on the reservation list. I'm sorry, but during this season... Servantfest, we can only admit guests with reservations. I'm afraid I'll have to ask you to try your luck elsewhere. Hello, what's the problem? Do I need to be a... What's a male Karen? Soul? Oh, I see, so she's with you. Welcome to our hotel. What can I do for you today? Will you be having lunch with us? No, we just like one room. What, are they all taken or something? No, we do have rooms available, but... Did you only just arrive in Hawartoria, Soul? I see, that explains why you're leaving yourself defenseless. The festival still hasn't hit its day 7 finale. What you talking about? No, it's nothing. I'm sorry if I frightened you over nothing. The festival is moving along towards its 7th day without a hitch. Enjoy. It's not as though saying anything will make a difference. Besides, maybe there won't be any trouble this time. Mo! I do like Mo in this suit and tie combo. Looks good on her. What are you mumbling about? Shouldn't be showing these guys their room. Nice, Soul. Too stupid to stay away, huh? And you brought the 3 dumbasses with you too, huh? Well, they ought to be helpful, even if they're just meat shields. I mean, even they wouldn't be dumb enough to get carried away at the beach later after Lancer Pops chewed them out. That a new servant? Hey, you. Let me get a good look at you. Oh, no, don't mind me. I'm just your average run-of-the-mill mage.
Ah, come on, I won't bite. I was just curious, that's all. Thought I sensed my old man from her, or maybe even something closer. But it must just be my imagination. Well, anyway, you want to check in, right? Sure thing. Here's your keycard. Mortuary! What? This is Seoul we're talking about. Besides, Mash already reserved a room for him under Chaldea, right? Ordinarily, we really should check with Mash before admitting them, since she made the reservation. But I suppose we can waive that procedure this time. I know we can trust you. Yeah, Avenger Aris does have a pretty hard-hitting NP. You have the corner room on the floor 37. It might be a little tight with so many people, but please, enjoy your stay. I still want to know why I didn't have the reservation in my name, but whatever. Come on, let's go, guys. Mash and Shelter were waiting for us. What deeper plots are at play? The old familiar room. There's no one here. I just see something scrawled on the wall. What's it say? I don't know. I don't read that. Do they really need a screen just focusing on that? Servantfest is already dead. Altar will soon rise. Isn't that like a declaration or something? Old man Jiangju always says that crap like that in his sleep all the time. No prosperity under heaven here. Everything is already dead. That sounds like a confession of a crime. Does this mean Mash has been kidnapped? Yeah. No kidnapping my Mash. Sensing huge magical energy signal out there. Something's definitely not right here. Previous Luluhawa Servantfest incident that took place on the first day. Oi! Toto-sama, you already bit the dust? Wait, crap, I think I'm getting dizzy too. Hey, who the hell do you think you are? None of your business. Die, foreigner. Uh-huh. Wow! Never mind our room for now. We need to get to the street and rescue anyone in need of help if there's a fire or something. Damn, MHX is brutal. Aris, Okita, chickens, Lanling. Oh, this is like exactly what happened when Hokusai got killed. I know, because I saw it with Kenny Moore. I have no idea how to pronounce that, so I'm not even going to try. Hey, wait, it's XX. XX is totes in Hawartoria, too. Does that mean she's going nuts again? I swear, what's it with Hawartorius flying off the handle? Yeah, don't be jerks, Hawartorius. That seems different. What? Oh, no, you don't. You're not getting past me. Something's coming out of the fire. Be careful, guys. Something's turning people to stamps? Or stickers? Well, I may as well. Banger sticker designs. They were pretty good, yeah. I may as well go with the whole summer squad here. Chloe and Cass. Same exact lineup as that, as they'd had. They had the Gareth CE as well, so let's do a full mimicry here. Good lord, I've got CEs for days. I should probably max limit break some of these. I mean, I'm only in the second true arrow of the event. I'm sure we're going to get the idea of what's going on here shortly. Backfire fairies. Okay. Chariot of Flame, increased damage against burned enemies, and a low chance to inflict burn to target during normal attacks. Okay. Do that. Hot wind is inflicting burn.
should probably do these sooner next time. Be a Q. Nice crit, Gawain. More burns. You know, this has the potential to be quite bad. This had the potential to be quite bad if I did not just do that buff cleanse. Or debuff cleanse, rather. Because the burn could have killed, and then I would have had 3 level 1 servants for this. But I'm fine. I got this. Tristan! NP time. Excuse me. That was nice and easy. A little risky there at a point, but still easy in the overall. That was not a lot of bond, but it is what it is. Wait, I didn't change out of the Chaldea combat uniform. No! I'm a dum-dum. Bazaka. Nobu! Katsu! Charlotte! Gawain, Tristan, did you notice? Those things that look like spirits we just fought were. Indeed, they were true fairies, mystics on par with any dragonkin. Singularity or no, one should simply not find creatures walking about. Even many servants would struggle against them. So why are there so many of them here? These things might not have name or intellect, but they still got the same spiritual rank as our guardians. That aside, I guess those Knights of the Round Table really do know their stuff. They fought those things head on and, didn't even flinch. Is this one of those a skilled Hawkeye's Talons things? Anyway, with those guys around, this will be no problem at... Wait, what? Pluck. We're gonna cluck you Knights up. Pluck. Uh-oh. It's the Round Table Killers. Seems the flames have driven them mad. They mean to reduce everything they see to ash, Knights especially. They're definitely not about to let us escape. So much for summer. Both of you get back. Under the sun, my strength is without rival. I'll hold them off. I will hold this line even if it should be run through with 1,000 strikes. Most impressive cutting down all those monsters flying towards us as fast and fierce as arrows. May I have your name, my fair pink-haired lady? Huh? It's me, Chloe. Could you really not tell? Okay, this outfit's not bad. I don't really get the whole fishnet shirt thing. That's kind of weird, but this one's not that bad. Does she have carts? Or she has hearts as the dialogue on her stuff. No, it has Eater? Heart Eater? That's kind of morbid. Chloe, really, but you look so different from the business attire you were just wearing. No, the writing. I'm talking, Janice. That's because this is my vacation outfit I was hoping to unveil under calmer circumstances. But our safety comes first. Don't worry about the Round Table targeting chickens. We'll take care of them. Also, what is that blade? Did she combine Kancho and Bakuya together and to make one Omni blade or something? We? Do you mean? Yeah, us, the Tan Girl Tag Team. You guys handle the flames words and we'll handle these things. Also, I knew you were hiding something special, Chloe. It's especially sick how you can't get a clearer view of what's beneath it. It's like such a contrast with that other outfit. You're like a tropical beast ready to pounce. Are you seriously trying to take Master's breath away this time? Don't be silly, Suzuka. It's just a rash guard. There's no deeper meaning behind it. But I will say I did plan the hell out of this swimsuit. Yeah, damn, I had no idea they made fish
Net rash guards protect you from the sun. Today I learned, I guess.
Clo, cluck, one of us, cluck.
The chickens are confused. Leave to us, Master. These chickens won't know what hit them. Mosquitoes suck. Yeah, I don't know why it's all one of us either. That's a little weird, but I'm not going to question it. It's better to not do so. Okay, so we're going to bring in our summer trio again. And then, you know what? We'll bring in our summer beast. No, yeah, I'm gonna bring in my summer beast. Also, with NP5 Summer Chloe, how much of her app end and everything can I manage? Does anybody know off the top of their head? Because I don't. It's like NP8 to fully do any servant to full app end and everything, right? Okay, what do we got here? So, we'll do this. No need to do the second skill. We can just do this for an NP strength boost. It won't remove anything. NP8 before the Servant Coin update drops. Okay. BF Summer EX for Summer Suzuka's first thing. Increase attack for 3 turns for all allies, and P strength for all summer allies, and gain crit stars. Okay, that's got potential. Yeah, mosquitoes, I don't know any use for them, truly. Divine Power Summer, quick effectiveness for 3 turns, crit strength for 3 turns. Apply a state that increases attack before damage from crits for yourself. So is that before she does the damage, or before she takes damage? But this is a more selfish buff, so I'm not going to use it. MP gain and reduce skill down for... Oh! Interesting skill. Not really necessary, because I'm pretty sure that one attack is going to be enough here. Yeah, I'm pretty sure 1 NP is gonna be enough. Yeah, I'm actually gonna look it up right now. Do mosquitoes serve any purpose? They are food. So their primary purpose is food. Another one is for pollination. So mosquitoes pollinate things, I guess. They can also balance ecosystems. Researchers say if mosquitoes were to disappear, animals might roam freely in areas where they previously avoided due to mosquito presence. They're also disease vectors. That is... Why do they say that is one of their purposes, to transfer diseases? That is not a good purpose. Good gracious. Wow, we actually just got the fire spirit sprite. Yeah, I agree with you, Viper. I agree. I'm just reading what the first article I saw on Google says. Alright, that was perfect. Did you see that, Master? Something's coming this way. Chaos Flame? Nope. That first flame sprite looked like the Chaos Flame, though. It's Sir Nunus! No, it can't be. Kneel before me, celebrate me, worship me, submit to me. Mortals gathered here, surrender to your God. I am the enshrined deity. I'm his proxy. My judgment is totes my hobby. All who fight among yourselves, cast your bodies into my flames. Those who compete to reach greater heights, gather wood to feed my flames. Sing my praises, for I am the god of beasts who has come from an ancient, faraway land. Oh, oops, I almost forgot. He's not a beast god anymore. Oh, right. I am the enshrined deity of flame. That's not what I was expecting. For that matter, all that punishment I put you through, and you weaklings still came back for more, huh? Do you really think your third-rate dumpster fires could defeat me, the enshrined deity priestess? If you did, then your brains must be as smooth as glass heels. Or are you just here because that's got some kind of death wish or something? Then I'll just squash you like the bugs you are. Gotta thoroughly exterminate the vermin and all that. No, you there. Yeah, that's right. The servant and weakling still sticking around. Don't you run off on me now. Got it. You should be honored. Know why? Because I, the great Kate Ku Miko, sir. Baobon. I'm just calling her Baobon. That's a mouthful. I'm gonna personally turn you into living stickers. And the Sernanas hoodie hat thing is adorable. Yeah, I know Miko means priestess. Oh, I can't move Cass. Okay, Chloe, Suzuka, my Cass. And Cass is a single target, so turn off the event bonus. We'll go Cass and where is my rulers? Am I just blind? I am blind. I'll go this. I mean, again, I'm only in the first arrow. I'm sure it will get better as time goes. I mean, it's dumb fun right now. I'm enjoying it right now because it is fun. We're still in the very early stages. Increased defense against burned, medium chance to inflict burn to a single enemy when attacked. Alright, Castoria. First skill, Spring Pulse EX. Crit strength for 3 turns, crit start gather rate for 3 turns, and an NP gauge for herself. 44%, so she has a 50% gauge. Okay. Summer Fairy B, NP gauge and MP charge by 2 levels for an ally. And NP gain boost, and that's another 17. So, does she have a 70% starting battery? Art's effectiveness for 3 turns, gain crit stars each turn, and invincibility for yourself. Am I getting this right? And Castoria Summer has invince? Or has a 70% charge, rather? She obviously has invince. I'm misspelling. Alright, let's see the NP. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. Oh, she's getting all the strength ups here. This is a flashback. That's a nice flashback. That was an easy fight. Okay. And again, I forgot to change my Mystic Code. Enshrined deity priestess my ass. You're obviously just Baobon Sith. Huh? How do you know my true identity? Wait, that frickin' hick fairy? Then is that human with you? So, Miko Sir, huh? Well, excuse me for growing up in the sticks. Why is... Hang on. Why is she acting like this? I mean, yes, Castoria does sometimes act like the Castoria we know, but the Castoria we know no longer exists. Artoria Avalon is the one that sort of took over. You're such a killjoy. You just couldn't stand to have see people having fun, could you? You started this. Besides, I'm not doing this because I want to. It's only because so the enshrined deity doesn't. Attention, everyone. Enjoying Hawartoria? I'm afraid we have some unfortunate news. As a result of exigent circumstances, Servantfest has been cancelled this year. In accordance with the Servantfest Normalization Committee regulations, we will now initiate a reset. We are all responsible for the state of affairs. We advise all Servantfest attendees to reflect on their behavior, and hope you will all continue to enjoy Servantfest. Reset? What are they talking about? Hell yeah, looks like you're back to square one again. Sucks to be you, it serves you all right. There won't be any Servantfest on my watch. If you're gonna run an event like this, make it a fashion show or go home. Gotta say, I like the outfit. Like, the large fluffy Cernunnos on her is nice, but there's also the weird inner tube, the giant teddy bear, and the swimsuit aesthetic as well. I like Balbon's summer outfit. Excalibur? No, we're returned to the pasting now. Code Lyoko style. It's totally a Code Lyoko style return to the past now. Code Lyoko was awesome, man. 1 quartz. It's a shame all the remakes never were any good. Section 2, too many questions. Because it's good! Code Lyoko is awesome! It's a core memory of me watching it as a child growing up. Code Lyoko was awesome! And really, evil AI, you know, BB, returning to the past. I'm seeing some similarities here. Heh. That's right, when you do start the event, you might just skip the story, assuming you watch it all here, of course. I mean, that's fair. So bright, it didn't actually hurt, but it felt like I was being broiled in pure light. Broiled ham, broiled steak, broiled chuck roast. I don't really like broiling food. I prefer grilling it. Are you okay, Soul? What in the world was that beam of light? I'm fine. How are you? Oh yeah, everything seems fine with me too. I'm impressed you thought to check with me so quickly. Oh, but now's not the time for that. Where are the others? Everyone, sound off if you can. All alone. Looks like it's just Soul and me here. Well, they're all really strong servants, so I don't think that wiped them all out, but... Wait, I'm here, I'm in the next room. Forget it, I'll just come out with my regular swimsuit. Well, your core memories is Cartoon Network Teen Titans, the original, nice. Everything but Chowder. I could not stand Chowder, so... Chowder was a no-go for me. But everything else otherwise, yes. That's... a choice for a swimsuit. Sorry guys, it was taking me longer to change than I expected. I wanted to match your outfits, so it seemed like I belonged in the field ops team, but I guess I missed my chance. You were worried about that, Chloe? Gosh, for someone so close... Okay, she's gonna outright say it. Per Castoria, gosh, for someone so close to being totally naked, you're really earnest, aren't you? It reminds me of Muramasa. She remembers Muramasa, huh? But don't worry about that. That swimsuit looks super great on you, too. It's cute and cool all at once, isn't it, Soul? It's cool.
Never watched Adventure Time. I did watch Johnny Test, though. Johnny Test, I can attest to. Really? Well, maybe I'll stick like this a little longer. Okay, why don't we check on the lobby for now, especially since it doesn't seem like anyone else is here. Sounds great. I'm curious how we ended up in this room. But if we're lucky, maybe someone will know where everyone went and what happened to the city. Honestly, I'm pretty sure Adventure Time was beyond my... The servants are back. Yeah, Adventure Time came out when I was a junior in high school. So being younger than me is understandable if you saw it, but I was a junior in high school when Adventure Time started to air. And Chowder came out as I was entering high school. So, I have excuses. Another reset. I suppose I should not have let my guard down just because it was still day 5. I even set up a base on the beach along with our mishmash team of Summer Tamamo, Red One Chance, Hawartoria, and Runaway Arc, even though we're always at each other's throats. How about you, Hokusai? How did you do? We had our hands full too. We couldn't tell there was a big old fire bearing down on Main Street up on the mountains. But we couldn't just run anywhere without those damn fire spirits getting in our way. So we got down from Diamond Head, that damn flash kicked in, and here we are. Some swimsuit swordmaster, some summer fairy I turned out to be, couldn't even get to the fire in time, let alone put it out. Please don't be so hard on yourself, boy. You're the reason the fire didn't spread into the forest. Yeah, exactly. Even if you'd run the whole way, you'd never have made it to the city in time. I think putting out fires in the mountains was the best we could have done. I mean, we still managed to protect the tourists in the end. Now, more importantly, we need to figure out what we're going to do next. I mean, those fire monsters were too strong even for you two, right, Kyoyo? You? I'm afraid so. I could tell they were grudge spirits similar to my flames of passion. But there was so much noise, I simply couldn't determine what sort of emotion gave rise to them. How about you, Yang? I can't say anything for sure yet, either. At first, they seemed like my ladies-in-waiting, but when I actually touched them, they were nothing alike. They're not monsters or Oni or Western spirits. Seriously, what are they anyway? So neither the beach team nor the mountain team had any luck. Now what are we going to do? Excuse me. Sorry, I didn't mean that in a bad way. My convention center team didn't fare much better either. Even though I gathered together servants who were still motivated to keep trying, we failed to capture the infuriating priestess. I feel terrible about it. They would never have failed if I hadn't convinced them to join the team in the first place. Now I wish we had picked a single point in the city and bet all concentrating our firepower there. Please don't be so hard on yourself, St. Martha. It's nobody's fault we failed, least of all yours. The enshrined deity priestess comes and goes at a moment's notice. There's no telling where she'll be until she's already there. Yeah, the other time she set fire to Blackbeard's whole Pyket fleet at the anchor in the harbor. Even though the enshrined deity is huge, it shows up out of nowhere, it just pops up right out of the ground. Someone's definitely summoning it. That's why we should focus on trying to defeat the priestess. Welcome back, J6. Boy, the pressure from the swimsuit servant veterans is nuts. No, I'm really glad I went with something more flamboyant for mine. Wonder what they're all talking about. That's for sure. Everyone's so gorgeous and gets along with each other, and so it kind of fills me up with just watching them. Sol, Hawartoria, Chloe, I'm glad to see you're all okay. Of course they are. They had 3 idiots from the round table with them. They weren't gonna let anything happen to Master, no matter how crazy strong the priestess might be. Hold up, that's the chick who looks like Pops, isn't it? But isn't. What's her name again? Ah, screw it. I'll just call you Manny. You punks the only ones who came back to your room? Manny? Are you saying I look like a man? Hey, you're the one who... You're Sol's manager this time, right? Since Mash was taken and all. Alright. Not the first time Mash has been taken. But, Oh, so it's a nickname for manager. I'm sorry, I wasn't thinking. I can't believe how meek this Mordred is. They're nothing like the Knight of Treachery I read about in the library. Whatever. Look, none of the round table idiots were in your room, right? Damn it, I
can't believe this. Maybe the enshrined deity's flames reduced them to ash, or Mikosar's hammer turned them into stickers. Either way, they went softer than I thought if they did it on their first run. I'd laugh at their dumbasses if it wasn't so sad. No, I was punching my fist against my hand. Suzuka's missing too. And why would I do that first thing? I'm sitting. I see. I'm sorry, I didn't see her either, so she probably isn't anywhere in the hotel. Still, the Knights of the Round Table and Suzuka are all exceptional servants. Honestly, for Mordred, I would not be surprised if she doesn't, or Castoria. They definitely seem very sheltered. I'm sure they're probably just restarting in a different location. Yeah, no way Suzuka was hurt. She was more fired up for summer than anyone. People have been mentioning resets and restarts for a while now, but we still don't know what they're talking about. Oh, right. You all just got to Hawartoria. So you don't know about the island's new administration. Let me give you a quick rundown. Never mind. Here's someone who can explain it much better. Look, what do you all think you're doing gathering here? A hotel lobby is still a public space. Servantfest Normalization Regulation number 6. Any gathering of servants with more than 30 in attendance must be reported to the committee. So unless you want to be classified as a sect, I suggest you all go your separate ways right now. Good. I'm glad to see you're all so reasonable. It wouldn't be very elegant to force you to leave, after all. It's Yabba Dabba Doo! Sorry for the disturbance, manager. I hate to do this, but it's my job. Oh, are you 3 new guests here? I didn't think we'd be getting any new additions. I see. You must be the general admission here for the finale on the final day. That's not a problem. I'm honestly gonna look that name up. Like, why are they playing with us? So... I'm just getting an Australian album released in the mid-1970s. That's the only thing I'm getting for this search result, but I can't really put an... You know... A with dots over it. So, copy that A. Paste that A. I'm only getting FGO stuff. This is literally a made-up name for FGO. Wow. I mean, it must be a different spelling, because I googled this exact spelling of the name, and I am only getting FGO entries, and only a handful of them. So... I don't know where you got that, but it's not anything I found, honestly. I hope you enjoy your time here at the new Servantfest convention in this Hawartoria singularity. Yarndo, are you sure you don't mean Naknaria? Yeah, I'm sure. Is there something strange about my name? I can assure you I'm Hawartorian spirit of good lineage. You're a wind and dance fairy, right? That kind of dance... Wow. Blunt. You're a wind and dance fairy, right? The kind that dances nude, plays bone drums, skins animals, and performs other primitive rituals deep in the woods. Although you are dressed pretty fashionably for a member of that clan. What? I've never skinned an animal or... What? Okay. Why did the skinning the animal be the only thing she refuted? Hold up. Hold up. Why was it that she generalized everything else, but specifically called out skinning an animal? Cass. No judging. No judging. Yes, they are rivals in LB6. Rivals, but friends. You're the primitive one here. And what's up with that swimsuit anyway? Naknaria's a warrior, not whatever that is. You should be showing off your annoyingly perfect natural figure, not just your skin. Right, something like a full-bodied diving suit. Warrior? Me? What a bizarre accusation to make. I can't say I mind, though. But I am definitely no warrior. I'm a musical spirit, just like you are. Now, who might you be? Oh wait, are you a human? Did you come from the outside world? We've invited plenty of tourists from other singularities and Fey realms, but I've never seen one come with servants before. Are they your attendants? Your lovers? No, that can't be right. If anything, they must be more like pets. Oh! Oh, shit. Nock is brutal. Nock just keeps laying down fire. Both are clearly wild animals, so I'm guessing they're your guardian beasts. Am I wrong? I'm gonna play along with it. You nailed it! What was that? Chloe is perfectly fine with this. Just how, like, the habitat we saw in is the proper one from Ministry. Possibly! I get what you're saying, J6. I get what you're saying. No, either way, there are a lot of troublemakers here doing Servantfest, so fragile creatures like humans should be careful. You seem pretty harmless, so I won't ask about your lineage. Although I can see from your expression that you know me too, or rather this Naknaria person I supposedly look like. It's obviously her, but... I see, I guess it just shows how big this world really is. I can't say I love the idea that there's another spirit out there that looks like me, though. I mean, what am I supposed to do with that information? It's neither a compliment nor an insult, right? No, I guess not, although the way you're reacting only highlights your resemblance even more. Anyway, unless there's something else you want to talk about, I'd better get going. I have to keep up with my patrols to make sure everything with Servantfest goes smoothly. We want to have an incredibly big finale on the 7th day, after all. So the name of Servantfest Normalization Committee, any illegal clubs breaking the rules, and any servants doing what they feel like with no regard for others will be purged without exception. Of course, I know I don't need to give any threatening speeches like that to you three, but it is my job, so I thought I'd just cover my bases. Oh, you read all about this year's Servantfest rules in that pamphlet. Oh, you can read. Sure, so be sure to give it a look. She can shit talk better than you can. I mean, you know, fair. She is quite the shit talker, isn't she? You found the word on an Australian website talking about Australian Aboriginal culture. Okay. Out of respect for culture, then, I'm not going to try and butcher that name. AKA, try and say it out loud. I'm just going to call her Nock. Okay, it's one of the nicest pamphlets I've ever read. Every Servantfest to date has been far too lax, even free expression needs firm rules to flourish. That's why the Servantfest Normalization Committee, aka AAA, was created, to prevent Servantfest further degradation and restore it to its position as a place for healthy cultural expression. AAA's rules and regulations are as follows. 1. Fighting with other clubs is prohibited. 2. All creative works must conform to committee-approved genres. 3. Use of BB Bucks, the root of all evil, is prohibited. 4. Excessively taxing all-night creative sessions and hangouts are prohibited. 5. Staying in the Hawartoria for any purposes other than club activities, general attendance, or staff duties is prohibited. 6. Gatherings that disturb the island's peace are prohibited, and all barbecues, outdoor concerts, game tournaments, and other such events require approval in advance. If any of these rules are broken, Servantfest will be cancelled immediately, and the event schedule will revert to day 1. There will be no exceptions even for the 7th and final day of Servantfest. AAA encourages all attendees to maintain pure, righteous, and healthy minds as Servantfest comes to a close. So, basically, what this is saying is... one crime committed and we're back to square one. Yeah, that's pretty much what it boils down to, isn't it? Yep, this year's Servantfest is strict as hell. The whole damn island gets upgraded to Hawartoria, making it bigger than ever, but we can't enjoy it with the committee clowns aren't and everything like the tight asses they are. We all resisted at first, but that big flash of light hit, and the next thing we knew, the island was back to its old self like nothing had happened and the Servantfest day count had been reset. Reset, so you're actually repeating the same 7 days over and over? Nah, it's not some weird Fae bullshit like that. The island's condition and the day count get reset, but time's still moving forward. They're just pushing Servantfest's end date back each time is all. Okay, so we're not time looping. We're not returning to the past. Okay. So if Servantfest has been reset a bunch of times already, does that mean several weeks have passed here? Yeah, that's right. I'd say it's been around 30 days since we arrived. Let's see. Sol, you finished your work in race shift here on the 5th day of summer vacation. So that would mean roughly 7 days pass in the singularity for every 1 day in Chaldea's standard time. Looks that way. Pamphlet says as much too. So the result is a summer break that feels like it'll never end. I think Chaldea's summer vacation was around 20 days, so we could have a lot of resets in our future. No, and it's not like we're trapped here or anything. Anyone can go back to Chaldea whenever they want. Yes, so most of the servants who came here are out enjoying the island on their own terms. The committee's rules may be strict, but you can't argue they have a point. Now that the island is bigger, we do need a new organization to maintain the peace. Though I do think it takes its job a little too seriously, especially for something BB put together. I see, that explains some things. Sol, Chloe, can I talk to you in private for a sec? BB said you want us to find out who took over the singularity and make sure the Servantfest succeeds, top of that, right? So how do we square that with this new information? Maybe we should just ask these two who the singularity ruler is? I really want to, but I don't think we should. BB asked us to handle this while keeping the fact the singularity's been taken over a secret, right? I know she's always acting like she's some kind of final boss, but she's really a good person at heart, so I don't want to make more trouble for her than we have to. That, and she's the type who'd blow herself up, and the whole world along with her, if she ever felt backed into a corner. True. BB would definitely blow up everything if she was backed into a corner. Honor BB's request and keep it to ourselves. In that case, maybe we should ask these two if they've noticed anything suspicious. Okay, let's go with that. Go on, Sol. You ask them. Anything suspicious you've noticed? Just outright say it. Oh yeah, those ass-faces who keep showing up to mess with Servantfest. We'd have reached the finale ages ago if not for them. True, the enshrined deity's priestess, that is, the one who was causing chaos earlier, is certainly a problem. But I'm more worried about them and when they might explode. If it becomes a war with the committee, that would be my biggest concern. Excuse me. So it sounds like there are servants who are against the committee's rule. Yes, during the second finale, there was a club that physically stopped the market from opening. Ever since, they've been working underground to try and bring back the old Servantfest administration. They call themselves the Anti-Servantfest Alliance, and their stated goal is to overthrow Hawartoria. Overthrowing the government? Gosh. FGO is sure covering some salacious topics, I think. Archer node. You want to meet with the Anti-Servantfest Alliance yourself? I'm sorry, I can't help you there. We have no idea where their base is located. I'd guess only fellow Alliance members know that. Mordred is definitely part of the Alliance. That said, you could still try exploring the island's eastern side, Waikiki. Your blonde friend there has never been to this island before, right? You could show her around town while you look for Alliance members. If you're lucky, you may even run into one of the Knights of the Round Table or Suzuka Gozen. What's on your mind, Chloe? You look like you're really worried about something. Wait, really? Was it that obvious? Man, here I thought I had a killer poker face. You weren't showing it on your face. Yeah, Castoria can just see what people are thinking. I could just tell because I'm a great detective. Like, your behavior gave you away in ways you didn't realize and stuff. I see. Then I guess I can't keep the secret any longer. Castoria, Master, I have to ask you to handle this on your own for a while. There's something I have to do here, and I just picked up a lead on how I can do it. Oh, more like I'm sure Jekyll will help me once I tell him what it is, anyway. I'm sorry to spring this on you out of nowhere. I know I said I was going to be your assistant and everything, but it shouldn't take me long, and I'll let you know as soon as I'm done. Get the fly zapper, Dennis. Get it. Be a scourge to them all. Let's start taking a look around town. Yes, I know. I've heard that gathering information is the most basic part of working a case. So we need to ask around for anything we can learn while we look for our lost companions. There's still a lot we don't know about what's going on here, but the other servants who've spent longer should know plenty. So let's go talk to them peacefully, of course, and find the thief who took over the singularity. Robin! Hey, there you are, Master. About time you showed up. Finally got all your homework done. I wanted to help you out, but the commander was very clear about you needing to handle it yourself. Still, the Singularity is just a vacation. Nothing urgent going on here, and it's not like it's going to end soon. Besides, it feels better to kick back when you know you did all your homework on your own, right? David! Exactly, no matter how boring or annoying or difficult the job may be, you should never pawn it off to someone else. Exactly. There's an over-reliance on AI these days. Too many kids are entering stuff with ChatGPT and just expecting an answer. And that is more... Not even kids, like, in my courses online, one of the basic things that has to be done is discussion posts where we're given a topic and we have to give like 100 to 150 word response on it. And good lord, some of these people just must enter these prompts into ChatGPT and regurgitate what it has said. Because we're also supposed to include a reference. One of them, for one of my tech courses, had a reference to a neurological condition. Just as one of their references. No mention of it, a random in-text citation that didn't even match anything on the page of the website that was. There was no more obvious thing than use of AI in those instances. It's ridiculous, honestly. The more you slack off, the more it will eventually come back to bite you. That's why it's best to do what you can while you can. Indeed, it's just like preparing for battle. You can't let your guard down no matter who or what you're up against. In war, the first one to cut corners and try to take the easy way out always loses. If you want to beat your foe, you need to beat yourself first. After that, you can hang out all you want. But I see you clearly already know that, Maitre. I'm not surprised as a seasoned master as you are. Now, who might these beautiful mademoiselles be? I would remember seeing her around before. If she's with you, then she must be a heroic spirit of great renown, no? Oh, hi, I'm Castoria. It sure is a lovely day, isn't it? It must be especially good tanning weather for those who prefer to wear your shirts so wide open. I didn't... Is David really wearing his shirt wide open? He is. I honestly did not realize that until that was just pointed out to me. I honestly did not realize that. This girl doesn't look like she's well. Maybe she's a little dehydrated. Robin, Napoleon, would you mind if we went our separate ways for a bit? Here, young lady, why don't you come with me? I know a great terrace cafe nearby where you can get something delicious to drink. Yeah, she's not that dehydrated. I thought you were here because you were finally finished all your work, so you're still not done then. Doesn't seem like you're talking about club activities either. Making a dojin definitely isn't easy, but you certainly wouldn't call it work. I'm guessing this is something to do with Bibi then. I thought she was being weirdly quiet. I should have known she was plotting something again. Ugh. Oh, I mean, Bibi's technically involved, but she's also kind of not. Because the job is, really just putting together a brochure on the island. And since you guys are such notable heroic spirits, we figured we could ask you some questions about it. I see, so you are involved in a club activity as well as public service. So letting all those reports pile up taught you a lesson, huh? Decided to get this one done ahead of time, did you? What do you think, my fellow archers? Does that sound like an endeavor worthy of our aid? Of course, King David, this is the kind of thing that all bookmaking starts with, no matter the sort of book. Seriously, I guess you're right. But we do need to tell them what's up for their own good. I have never seen this ascension before. Like, what the heck is this ascension? It does not look good. I'm sorry, Robin. No. Just no. The bird's fine, but the arm sock glove? No. Master, first thing you need to know is that this is Hawartoria, not Luluhawa. You're gonna need to know some things to survive here, and we're gonna show you what they are. Why are you all taking your weapons? Were you about to fight?
Yes, Cass. We were about to fight them. Pardon the yawn.
Okay. We'll go with this party squadron here. then... Where is my summer CE? There it is. Home. We'll go Lamb with a K-scope. We'll bring our own Cass with one of these CEs, sure. Because I don't have that other one. Eventually they will all be leveled up, I'm sure. I have no doubt about that. No doubt whatsoever. Chloe, Cass, Suzuka, with the barrage of 3s. Nope, not what I clicked. 2 and 3. There we go. Alright, let's roll. What, Robin's third ascension pisses you off? Or my dislike of Robin's third ascension pisses you off? What is with the break bars on these? They're like so weak. They don't need these break bars, man. Excuse me. Oh, that's selfish. My bad. Yeah, I guess playable after Fuyuki. Ruler's not affecting researchers. Ah, that's fair. I can understand why that is annoying. It is. 'Tis very annoying. I agree with you there, my friend. I very much. Sorry about part of the yawn. Yeah, you guys just got nothing going on for you. Oh no, they did an attack down to me. What am I going to do? What am I gonna do, guys? I just got an attack down. Oh no. Woe is me. I think I might struggle here going forwards with this fight, you know. Might just struggle a little bit. Oh, look at that. It's already done. Oh, that was a tough fight. Real tough fight there.
I feel very yawny today.
But there's no battle node. Damn, you really got us good, but I guess a team with nothing but archers isn't exactly balanced, huh? I'm gonna ideally go until I get done with Section 3 here, because that's how many sections should be available. So, I'll say, since Lancers are strong against us, we really need a Saber to counter them, as well as some caster support. If we need a caster, we could always ask Merlin, who's enjoying himself in his summer outfit, but there's no way David and him would get along. They're so damn unlike they'd end up stepping on each other's toes all the time. I'm glad we managed to win, but what was that all about? Didn't the normalization committee prohibit fighting anyway? I don't know. The clubs are forbidden from fighting. Individuals can fight all they like. Anyway, check it out. You just picked something up, right? Curry. Why did we pick up curry? So we're curry, huh? Guess that means we need more brains than brawn to survive out there. Well, we can think about what that means later when we get more time. All you need to know is that this Servantfest is special resource, material composed of a core trait of your opponent. They say gathering, collecting those will help your creative direction, so you'll probably want to do that. Yep, the more you fight, the more your sensibilities get refined, at least that's how I interpreted it. So you should expect servants involved in serious club's activities to challenge you to battles. As for us, we're part of the security staff, so our job is to keep the convention center safe. You seem like you'll need these trait items more than we will, so we thought we'd show you how to acquire them. So what else would you like to know? Since you beat us, we'll answer any questions you have. For instance, David. That's the time we can do this as quickly as we can. You have a ton of questions. David, dude, no. No, dude. The Anti-Servantfest Alliance, huh? Sorry, we've heard of them, but we have no idea where their hideout could be. One more hour if I keep this up? That's fine. I'm also sorry we haven't heard anything about Mash, Zuka Gozen, or the Three Knights of the Round Table. I'm worried about where Mash could be too. Knowing her, I'm sure she's fine, but still. As for the biggest threat I can think of here in Hawartoria, I'd have to go with the Enshrined Deity's priestess. Keiku Miko Ser, the wicked forest witch who worships the god hiding in the western woods. She always shows up alongside the deity on the last day of Servantfest, sets fire to the town, and gets Servantfest cancelled. We still don't know who she is. All we know for certain is she's ridiculously strong. Everyone she hits with her hammer becomes a sticker to be added to her collection. And now there just aren't that many servants trying to stop her out of fear. Me? Of course I'm not going to fight her. I'm a pacifist after all. That's rich coming from a king who never actually lost a fight. As for me, I'm worried about how there have been so many human tourists around lately. Apparently it's because of Earthman race happening on the western side of the island. They say they're living spirits from different historical periods and singularities, but wherever they came from, I don't really think I could live with myself if the priestess or the reset flash killed him. What's the Earthman race? I'm glad you asked. The Earthman race is the world's biggest and best triathlon. The pinnacle of human competition where contestants vie in swimming, cycling, and running, one after the other. It's held in different places all around the world, and the final competition takes place in Kona on the island of Hawaii. And this year, Servantfest has added it to their event roster. Since servants use their superhuman abilities to compete, it's no wonder so many tourists are showing up to watch. I had no idea there was something like that going on here. BP certainly never said anything about it. Alright, speaking of shortages, I'm also worried about what's going down at the Queen of Sheba's printing press. Obviously, Dojin are the main attraction at Servantfest Market, and you need paper to make them. But word has it that her employees are about this close to going on strike. I can't imagine the Queen of Sheba of all people scamping out on salaries, so there must be something more going on. So the Enshrined Deity Priestess, the Earthman race, and the strike at the local printing press. Thank you, this was very helpful. Don't mention it. If you want to keep going with your research, I suggest visiting the Diamond Head next. That's where the UDK branch office is, so there's a good chance you'll find a Knight of the Round Table there, too. What's UDK? Saberslot's artist is the same as Sanson and Asterius. Huh. I honestly wouldn't be able to tell. Alright, let's our node. Trying to push forwards. Oh, it's so spacious out here. It feels more like a wide open prairie than a mountain. I love it. This bus just made it so quick and easy to get here, too. It was amazing how little wind resistance it had for something so big. And don't even get me started on how cool it was to look down at the beach on the ride here. Yeah, Waikiki tour buses have open sides, so it's like being outside the whole time. Give you the uplifting spirit. I think they're called trolleys, right? Let's take one back to the hotel, too. Jaguar. Well, I'll be damned, I never thought I'd see such an openly touristy couple out here in the southern savannah. I can see now, the two of you out here, touring nature with all your conveniences of modern civilization, making memories and streaming them live on Servant Talk. Servant Talk? No! They're infiltrating the Servantverse as well! We already have Servant Graham and Servant Tube, and now Servant Talk as well? What is the world coming to? Youth. The sheer connectedness, concentrated sweetness of youth. It's even sweeter than one of those rainbow-shaved ice bowls. Well, I, for one, am grateful. I've been waiting for bastards like you with brain stuffed full of sugar to show up. I mean, that just sounds delicious, doesn't it? Anyway, hi there, City Slickers. It's time for you to learn the harsh realities of nature and just how fragile humans are. Meaning I'm gonna pound the snot out of you and take all those lovely artistic traits of yours for myself. Sad, I know, this Jaguar is too. This will be very nearly as hard for me as it is painful for you. Deep down, we're all beasts at heart, right? So why can't we all just get along? But Hawartoria is a cat-eat-cat world. If you can't get, like, those sweet likes on your own, you just gotta take them. As for my forces today, I've got two special guests from the UDK. Karna, who grew up in the southern isle of unforgiving sunlight. I can't abide to amateurs who don't even use sunscreen. Is your sun protection strategy sound? And you, Mayrin, the beach bomber who destroys would-be heroic spirit pickup artists on sight. Is that your way of saying I'm dynamite? You really know how to sweet-talk a girl's spirit. What are we gonna do, Soul? They might not have the same kind of aura as the famous Heroic Spirit Club, but there's something unusual about them, and it's making me feel like I should keep my distance. Jagwa, Jaga, Gwaga. That's our strategy. First we beat you down mentally, then we beat you down for real. Senpai, indeed. Why is there a literal dinosaur behind Taiga? Now, who the hell do you think you are entering our turf without permission? This year is UDK territory if you want, and you gotta have a hell of a cover charge to pay. Festival, food stand, protection money, I see how it is. Mafia! Or Yakuza, rather. Yes, we need Senpai in the main story again. I acknowledge Yume Rin as our Senpai. That's the Taiga Dinosaur? That's right, I almost forgot about that. So the Taiga Dinosaur. What does the CE do? Can I see? It doesn't say what it does. Exactly. So I guess this squad will be the best? So it says steak, curry, and energy drink. So this is one of the extra things. I guess this is going to be the setup I go with again. Melt should be more than good enough here. More than good enough. Yeah, melt's fine. My lamb is more than fine. Even with just 2, actually, 3 buffs. She's NP5, she's level 100. She has got this. For the extra mats, right. I hope those CEs aren't gonna be too hard to obtain. Yeah. That's my melt. You did your leg day yesterday and your legs are sore. I don't really have a dedicated day for my exercises. I do a cycle of 4 days of exercise on 1 day of rest, and then I redo the cycle again, and it's the same exact routine for me. It's fairly light, all things considered, but it's also intense in its own way. God, such sensitivity, such productivity, such expressivity. Truly, it's as though the whole universe of creativity has just banged into existence. Every last thing these economic animals create is fuel for their money fire. I see now a club made of pure feral animals like mine never stood a chance. But don't think this means you've won, Greenhorns. You'll be singing a different tune when the cool-headed ideals of the jungle heroic spirits leader has you on the back foot. Taiga away! No, looks like Team Taiga's blasting off again! Sup, Senpai? Sorry about that. I didn't realize my sunglasses were broken. They make you seem like the head of a club that walks around with vicious beasts. Welcome to the UDK Diamond Head Branch Office, Master. Allow me to greet you on behalf of our absent captain. So you made it too, Hanko. Hi. I figured you'd still be at desk crying about how you've never done your reports. Apparently not. Anyway, if you're here now, I think I'll go back to the beach. Not a lot of great summer memories in the mountains, really. I see to no soul then. Nice to meet you both. I'm Hawartoria Caster. Now I know we just met, but could I ask you a question? Question? Are you hitting on me too? Wait, what are you doing here? This might be the ocean, but it's not the kind of inner sea where you should be. Trust me, there's nothing for you at human resorts. Unless you think they'll accept the food was so good, the facilities were so nice, and everything was just so pleasant that I forgot as an excuse for why you failed to carry out your duty. I see, I guess that'll be kind of a problem for a spirit like that to be around. So, Senpai, being a spirit, can tell what Cass is. Yes, I would, so if I were you, I'd turn around and go back to Chaldean now, before you cross the point of no return. Senpai's warnings are helpful, I can vouch for that. Hey, you're the one who brought her here. If you're gonna be like that, you better be ready to show me you better be ready for me to show up to your nighttime beach barbecue. I see, so that's your way of thanking us for answering these questions. Then I suppose I had better answer them as well if I also wish to attend this barbecue event. So what is it you would like to know about from our limited perspective of yours? About Hawartoria, of course. Anything you can tell us about the Anti-Servantfest Alliance would be great. But we also want to know if you've noticed anything suspicious, dangerous, or criminal-ish. Criminal-ish? The Anti-Servantfest Alliance, huh? Sorry, but I'm not saying anything about them. but I can tell you about something dangerous. In fact, it's the whole reason we're here. You still haven't been through the forest, right? For some reason, the forest here is always on fire. You can't tell at a glance, but these trees are constantly smoking. I thought she was a spirit. Or an elemental. I thought Senpai was an elemental, not a fairy. If you don't cut them down quickly, they'll start serious wildfire that'll lay waste to the area and kill a lot of wildlife. So we're out here patrolling the woods, making sure that doesn't happen. Anyway, yeah, I guess this forest that is forever trying to burn itself out is our biggest concern at the moment. That's not all. Strange happenings have been taking place in the city as well. For example, a cumulonimbus cloud has been lingering off the western coast for several days now. Or could devastate Hawartoria's urban zone if that were to make land. The residents on the western side are already complaining about weird plumbing problems due to the changes in the atmospheric pressure. So I would nominate the current cumulonimbus cloud to keep west of the island as another phenomenon to keep an eye on. Gotcha. I see. Thank you. This is all really helpful. More to investigate? I thought we just have to look into Anti-Servantfest Alliance. What's the UDK anyway? Oh yes, UDK is an organization formed to protect Hawartoria's forests and wildlife. It stands for Union Defense Knights. Our headquarters is in the west. We joined because the organization's captain personally recruited us to assist in serving Hawartoria's knights. Welcome back, J6. Taking a job at a resort isn't something one can do easily. Even I would have avoided it if I could, but I couldn't very well ignore the sight of a fellow heroic spirit carrying out their duties so proudly. So after a great deal of anguish and fretting, Dynamite and I swore an oath and joined the Alliance. As a result, we had to give up any of the usual club activities. It's too bad. I was hoping to make a book this year that would put Arjuna's pitiful curry recipe book to shame. Oh man, Bima's here too! I see, so you chose a book to protect the forest over your own desires. No, that's just for the mornings. On afternoons and evenings, we're free to spend how we like. Besides, I also need to look after the 100 princes. See, so you trade posts to split your time between working and having fun. That sounds great. Fairy is a term used in Chinese fiction to refer to pretty girls if they're not ordinary. Interesting. UDK, was it? I love the idea of protecting the woods while also enjoying Servantfest. Also, Karna is definitely looking after Duryodhana. Whoever this captain of yours is must be a great person since they obviously are a guardian knight. I'm guessing it's Percival. Oh yeah, probably. They're definitely the tallest of all the knights. Well, hey, if I run into them on patrol, I'll let them know the Fairy of the Sacred Sword was really moved. That should be more than enough to reward for the Knight of the Round Table. Oh, Karna. The charitable man. Okay. Another node? Is it another battle node or another story node? It is another battle node! Why am I not surprised that these nodes are, like, really freaking long? Nasu did write this, after all, so... We're here, at long last, the tropical ocean! The clear blue sky, the sparkling blue sea. This is nothing like Fairy Britain, and then there's the searing sun, paired with a cool breeze. What a great combination! There's not a single pebble on this impeccably well-kept beach, and wow, so many people having fun all at once. In fact, it's actually scary how absolutely every single person here is smiling so genuinely. Is there some kind of particle going around here I should be worried about? And if there is, why can't we get some for Britain? Just kidding. This is no place to be comparing to Fairy Britain. Honestly, this unparalleled feeling of freedom doesn't compare to anything. Right now, I'm just gonna enjoy Hawaii. Oh, Cass. She's running along like a Kara Nitro gone berserk. I mean, she is berserker. Oh, yes, it certainly does. No matter the day or age, it all begins with the sun. It's both fundamental and ultimate object of worship. In the face of its glorious rays, no living thing can restrain their animalistic instincts. Dogs run gleefully in the shore, cats doze peacefully in the shade, and clever foxes like yours truly sidle right up on you before you know it. Hi, Tamamo. Are you about to proposition us for another summer thing, like you did in Hawaii, or in Vegas? Because she did that in Vegas, and implied that it has happened more than once. Even though, you know, the first time was, the whole drink. That's right, I don't remember who first called me this, but I, the Beast of Summer, have reappeared most dangerously. Morning, Tamamo Summer. Morning? Why, Master, it's very nearly noon now. Did you only just wake up, perhaps? Anyway, I'm glad I found you in time. For there's no better time to enjoy Hawaii's beaches than the morning. Even if it's always summer here, Hawaii's weather can still change on a dime. It's not unusual for sudden rain or gloomy clouds to pop up in the afternoon. And when it rains, it really does pour here, more than you might think. Folks like me can't help but wish we could see more in the way of sun showers. Oh right, sun showers. That reminds me of Suzuka's noble phantasm. How is she this year anyway? I do get the feeling she's about to jump into the swimsuit scene with an outfit that would even put the gods to shame, but... Summer variant for Suzuka because of Tamamo. It'll be more fun to keep it a surprise for her. Well, I just turn away for a second and you've already got another beautiful woman keeping you company. Why, thank you. I just love unvarnished compliments. You just unpackaged your Switch too? Nice. Well, have fun with that. Don't buy the $60 DLC or anything for most of the games to get them upgraded to Switch 2 variants. I don't believe we've had the pleasure, have we? I'm Tamomo no Mai. I usually dress in a manner much more befitting of a shrine maiden, but now that it's summer, I decided to go with something a little more entrancing. I was just linking arms with Master here and enjoying his flustered reaction. That being said, I also know when to hold back, so please just think of me as a second beautiful beach sun. I see, so I guess that means any beach with you on it is a dangerous one then. She's not the only dangerous one. As you can see, there are real live Oni here too. Ibaraki. Yes, that's right here. That's the look of fear humans should have when suddenly confronted by an Oni. Normally I'd snatch that snazzy hat from you in lieu of saying hello. But you're in luck today, girl who looks like a spirit tamer. As it happens, I'm hungry right now. So I'll let you and your hat off the hook for 2 servings of coconut ice cream that truck is selling. How about it? Sounds good. I'll buy a round for everyone.
Coconut ice cream for all.
Hey, that's not how it's supposed to go. The whole point is to take stuff from people who don't want to give it. What's with that guy anyway? Is he too pure to tell when someone's lying or something? And I see, despite your haughty tone, you're very pure of heart yourself. So pure you actually think of a white lie as a real lie. Huh? Lies are lies. The hell do you mean? So lies to deceive. How's a white lie different from a real lie? Exactly. I mean, that's even more evident by the fact that Castoria just said she is pure and innocent. And lies don't fool me. I treat everything I can see in front of me as the truth. Here you go, Ibaraki, a triple just like you wanted. Oh, come with 3 scoops of ice cream and a giant tower. You really know my taste. Well, they're all the same flavor. I see, so they call this the coconut tree. I'm no expert, but aren't codes like this supposed to have all different flavors? Yes, Shuten is terrifying, though. Ibaraki is innocent. Shuten is terrifyingly monstrous. Remember, she rearranged our guts without anesthesia to help us. Yay, free ice cream. So cold and yummy. Thanks, soul. Okay, now seems like a good time to ask, are either of you part of the Anti-Servantfest Alliance? What are you saying? Do I look like the kind of Oni who would throw her lot in with a bunch of small-time villains like them? And my answer is most sympathetic, no. And just so you know, Master and Company, that question is considered extremely rude here in Hawartoria, so you might want to be careful who you ask. Are they that bad? I don't know if I'd necessarily say bad, but it is their fault Servantfest finale the second time around was cancelled. She was more terrifying in the manga? How is she more terrifying in the manga, Janice? You have to elaborate. It'd be one thing if they kept to themselves, but they've also been messing with the other club's books. Going to Servantfest and seeing all those signs say, new book still unprinted or no new books here feels like a scene out of hell itself. Gotta slowly pass out. True, Viper. Very true. Both the club members and the club concourse are living dead. Thanks to that alliance, the Normalization Committee reset Servantfest with that strange light of theirs before it ever had the chance to end. I see. Is that really so terrible? The action is equivalent to a threat to humanity. Yeah, I might be a villain, but I'd never make that much trouble. Besides, having the festival shut down is demotivating the food truck owners too, which means the food doesn't taste that good. I'm sorry if I offended you. I still really don't know anything about Servantfest. In that case, can you think of anything else going on that's disturbing the peace and the singularity then? Me, of course. I'm Oni of Mount Oi. I'm always ready to go on a raid. But aside from me, I don't like the hotel that was just built on the island's west side. I went there once to pretend to book a room, but they wouldn't even let me in because they said it was members only. I couldn't even sneak in thanks to the scary tight bounded field they put up around it. It's suspicious as hell, and I can just tell real villains are getting up to no good in there. Yes, that fancy new resort, they even turned me away, said something about it being reservations only. However, that man who showed up at the industrial booth is even worse. You know what he said? Servantfest finale will never arrive. I'm going to end your waltz long before it gets a chance. Can you believe him in his stupid black clothes and sunglasses? Who does he think he is, going on about prioritizing sales and economic domination? Black clothes and sunglasses. That's right, he still hasn't revealed his identity, but that might mean he has made his way to claim Hawartoria for himself. We do know he calls his company the Tezcatli Corporation, even though he's a sun type, but he's a black sun that can't be trusted. I honestly had no clue who they were talking about, but how do you not recognize Tezcatli Corporation as Tezcatlipoca? So there's a new shady hotel on the west side, and a servant dressed in black talking about island domination. Got it. They draw her more intimidating and cold-blooded. What's going on? How could there already be another new suspect? Poor Cass. And that cheerful echo sounds like it's ringing out from the dark cave. Is that... That flashed on the screen too fast. Yes, this world overflows with evil. Even on tropical paradise, there's no escaping it. That is why Avengers like myself are needed. We save good and healthy entertainment from those who mean to harm it. But do not misunderstand or thank me, my accomplice. The reason we right the wrongs found in this tropical land is that the sun is so bright. Yeah, I know, you're that Quaha guy. You have no clue what you're talking about, though. Dantes? Dantes! Indeed, it is I, the Sudmer Edmund Dantes, who has removed his usual cloak of black flame and has been watching ships go back and forth from the far reaches of the pier. Looks like yet another unusual figure here. Indeed. You shut up early this time, huh, Dantes? Don't say that, Master. I'm well aware I simply couldn't bear to watch any more. Now, take up arms, for information is not meant to be acquired lightly. If you get used to equating finishing your work with simply hanging out at the beach now, you'll have trouble when you grow up and start living on your own. Which is why these summer monsters and I are going to whip you in your attitude into shape. I don't mind part of your team too, Count. Since Sol just brought me ice cream, I'd rather not fight him for a while. But if that's what Kuhaha wants, then I guess it'll just be easier to go along with it. Thank you all for your understanding and cooperation. I suppose this goes to show why friends are so important. Now take up the remains of the memories that lie on this beach. I'm sure the two of you can use them. The remains of memories. What did you just do, Dantes? I can feel Kuhaha's power surging within me. No, I certainly feel cooler now, but I still don't know what this stuff is. It doesn't seem to be evil or anything. Now come, my beach friends. Let us become the three calamities and test the child of prophecy for ourselves. Hang on, what'd you just say? He said to test the child of prophecy ourselves. Is this, like, supposed to be some sort of weird variant of Avalon Le Fay or something? Because I'm getting that impression somewhat here. I'm getting that impression somewhat here. So what do these guys got? So Ibaraki. Every 2 turns, either decrease NP gauge or skill seal a single enemy. Tamamo. HP. Resistance to enemies with attack buffs. Absorb HP at the end of each turn. Dantes. Burn enemies, and burn enemies. So fire, sea, and curse. Okay. So Dantes is definitely drawing on the known calamities of Fairy Britain. Not like I can guarantee, but... that... Let's try this. I'm a little bit unsure how this is gonna go. Because, especially with Tomomo, I don't know how much damage resist she actually has. Not enough, apparently! She could survive the NP, but not the follow-up from Cass. Nice. Although, I do think I might start calling Castoria Summer what the JP community called her. Bakatoria. I think that might fit a little bit better. I just have to rewire my brain. Rewire my brain to acknowledge that it is Bakatoria. Impossible. Kuhaha's power is leaving me. And that fever, I know that fever, it's a cursed fever that makes people mock and ostracize one another. How could such a thing exist on this island? My beautiful skin is, well, it's far from ruined, but it did feel like this lovely wet t-shirt was about to freeze. That curse was so very cold, like a blizzard. Did you bring back from the peak of Mount K? Yep. Next, Everdark Sovereigns. Posted an image where Iron Eye Duchess and Recluse were fighting Everdark Libra. I think we gotta make that post a reality when Everdark Libra comes in, don't we, J6? I'll play the Iron Eye. I volunteer for Iron Eye. Yes, exactly my thoughts. We share a wavelength. That was one of the 3 calamities, or perhaps I should say one of the 3 trials created on this island. If Servantfest is to see another day, let alone its promised finale, these calamities must be addressed. Furthermore, that man said that an anti-calamity professional, the Child of Prophecy, would come from Chaldea to banish them. You think that man meant me, that I'm the chosen one who's meant to have to deal with these 3 calamities? No, I was talking about Soul. Are you a chosen one? Oh, no, not me. I should have known you were talking about him. I'm sorry for being so self-absorbed. Please, come on. I have nothing more to say. This is the end of my warning. Know that this battle was but a harbinger of things to come, boy of prophecy. Although there may be only one situation you need to resolve, you will need to solve myriad mysteries to do so. Think hard about for this island to become an altar upon which the very fate of the world rests. The person who drew the Shimosa manga drew the main style for Samurai Remnant. I will be checking out those images later. For sure. For sure, and 70 years ago, I will check out those images. I mean, I don't think I'm bad at Recluse. I'm just best at Iron Eye, I think. Iron Eye is my main, after all. Final note of Section 2. Servantfest Day 2, Investigation Day 1. Lunchtime. Let's write down everything we've learned. The island's name changed from Luluhawa to Hawartoria. Mysterious light resets Servantfest. A new normalization committee is overseeing Servantfest. An anti-Servantfest alliance formed to oppose the committee. Thanks, Cat. The island forests are constantly at risk of wildfires. A mysterious luxury hotel has been built on the west side. AP pounds have been replaced by BB bucks as a currency, and the latter now are completely worthless. A printing company staff is on the verge of going on strike. I mean, I said I'm not bad. I didn't say I'm super good. A mysterious cumulonimbus cloud can be seen off the western coast. The urban areas are leaking water. Lots of tourists have come to watch the Earthman race, and there's not enough stuff to keep up. A man with industrial booth is plotting to make a killing at a Servantfest. I lost my swimsuit. The enshrined deity's priestess, who obviously is Baban Sith. Yarandu, who's obviously not Naria. Also, Cass, you are wearing your swimsuit, unless that is just an illusion. Supposedly, there are 3 calamities too. The Child of Prophecy. Are they freaking kidding me? Did you add something in there? You think? You probably just misheard. Anywho, what the hell? That's way too many problems for 2 detectives to solve on their own. And then there was that mock Sir Nunnas and all that 3 calamities talk. If you want to make this place Fairy Britain that bad, just get Ash over here and be done with it, damn it! Calm down. Kick back, Hawartoria, calm down. Oh yes, I know how you feel, Allie. Allie. But to calm down, you're making berserkers everywhere look bad. In your circumstances, it's natural for you to feel ally. Like you're wasting your precious resort time. That, or you'd just like to blow off work and have fun doing whatever you want. But nature is a harsh mistress. Just like with the ant and the grasshopper, the only way to survive the winters of life is to really put those toe beans to the grindstone. I know that every time this place gets another 5-star review on Yelp, I get busier and start reconsidering my life choices. So on that note here, while you're irritated, eating something soft is the way to go. Don't worry, it's on the house. Thanks, cat. Oh, thanks. Oh, if it's on the house. Oh, this is sweet. What's it called? Cinnamon toast, huh? Thanks so much, waitress. This is yummy. I'm way more motivated now. Good, but save that gratitude for the future, since she's the one who'll be putting in the work tomorrow. Did you overhear us, Cat? Who? Cat? Yes, Cat is always random like this. Of course, I was just being considerate of people around me to a perfectly appropriate degree. Anyway, I take it you're investigating something, Master? Sorry, but I can't reveal my cafe's recipes. You're more than welcome to try and replicate them yourself, though. I actually love to try that, but not now. We're investigating whatever's threatening the singularity. We thought it would be an open and shut case at first, but the more we look into it, the more problems we find. One guy even said something about the fate of the world resting on the singularity. Dante's does have a flair for the dramatic. The guy with the black coat, huh? Yeah, he does tend to exaggerate, but I'm pretty sure he's never been wrong. So if the fate of the world really is at stake, this cat's not about to sit out. Besides, this year's Servantfest is way too constraining. Not everyone goes for health foods, after all. Some people are all about meat and potatoes dipping with delicious grease. You just gotta make sure you don't overdo it at all. Meat and potatoes with greasy meat and potatoes. I can agree with that. That sounds delicious. So Castoria. Is she always a chaotic gremlin? Yes. So you're pretty firmly against the Normalization Committee, huh? I don't suppose you happen to know anything about the Anti-Servantfest Alliance, do you? Anything? Hell, I'm one of the founding members, though I stepped back from my duties lately. Because she has a very tragic story. She has a very, very tragic backstory. Do you know where they meet up, Kat? Of course I do. That's a restaurant called the Chun Chun Thai we're going to use for lunch before it became a withered husk of our failed dreams. If you want to talk to the other members, head there. You'll find it by the Trade Center. It shouldn't be too hard to track down. It's renowned for its exotic atmosphere. Well, to be fair, she was, because she was the child of prophecy, let me just give you a small summary. Part of her tragic backstory, she was forced to live in a barn for most of her life. In the cold of winter, even. She lost toes due to the cold. Like, they froze and fell off. Amongst some other horrendous things. So yeah, she has a very tragic backstory. The Alliance strikes back 1 of 4. Good gracious, how long is this? How long is Section 3 going to be? Also, she was taught, quote-unquote, magecraft by Merlin, who was actually Oberon, who literally only taught her how to make pipe bombs. That is her magecraft. It is making pipe bombs. Welcome to the Chun Chun Thai, where expert chefs work wonders with the freshest ingredients. However, I'm afraid the whole restaurant has been rented out today, so we aren't able to serve walk-in. MASH! Senpai, what are you doing at the Chun Chun Thai? Especially now that it's been reduced to a lukewarm shell of its former hot spring in glory. Mashu! Oh, of course, you must finish your reports. Congratulations! And I see you're here with Hawartoria Caster, too. I take it you're one of the servant Director Gordolf assigned to Master on this mission, then, Hawartoria? Yeah, that's right. Gordolf asked me to do this. Anyway, it's good to see you again, Mash. Oh, but don't look like you don't have to feel like you're calling me by my full name. It's kind of long. Here I've been just going as Castoria. It is the Enmatai one outfit. I do like this outfit on Mash. I hope it's a Spiriton dress. Understood. It's good to see you too, Castoria. Thank you for keeping Master safe. We found each other, Mash. Oh, you haven't seen me for like a month your time, so Castoria, just wait out here. Mash and I've got some things to discuss for probably a day or so in a private room. No idea, because part of Castoria's epic sacrifice was literally converting her body into Excalibur to fire it at Cernunnos in order to destroy enough of Cernunnos' flesh for the Black Barrel to fire into Cernunnos to destroy Cernunnos. And because of that, Castoria fully sacrificed herself and no longer exists except for as a memory in Hawartoria Avalon, who is the embodiment of the Holy Sword, but carries the memories of Castoria within her. So the Castoria everybody likes is gone. What we have is just somebody pretending to be Castoria. You gotta read the story. It makes more sense that way. Also, lots of servants here. Abby! Everyone here seems so dejected, like they're actually trying to drown their sorrows over failed hopes and dreams in liquor. I wish I could see you wrong, but I'm afraid you're right on the mark. Damn it, I just want to lose myself in my dreams, but the more I drink, the clearer my head gets. What the hell's wrong with this booze? I can't believe they haven't shut this place down yet. Well, fine, then I'll have to keep drinking until I hit rock bottom. Yo, madam, give me another one of those Gyokuro green tea things and load it up with booze. I'll have another plate of this sweet gluten rusk, was it? The sweet stuff with Kanako soybean powder on it? You gotta be putting some majorly bad shit in this, right? It's just crazily addictive. I don't know what happened to Brobeard. He's lost all his spirits, I think. Seriously, I can't believe this place is still being allowed to operate. Well, I'd better eat as much as I can before the cops catch on and close this place for good. Sound like something that immediately got retconned? Nope. It did not get retconned. Like, even at the end of it all, Castoria has said, the Castoria that we summoned to Chaldea is not the Castoria we interact with in Fairy Britain. That Castoria is gone. It is just Hawartoria Avalon now. She's just pretending to try and, I think she said she's pretending to try and live the life for the girl that doesn't exist anymore, essentially. In fact, just give me all the rusks you've got in one big plate so I've got nothing better to do, so I might as well stuff myself to death. Never seen anyone get mean drunk on caffeine, catechin, and gluten before, chirp. But an order's an order, it's not my job to tell guests what they should want. Mash, watch the hall for me, please, chirp. I'm going to need some more wheat gluten rusks in the kitchen. So is this the state of the Anti-Servantfest Alliance now? What are you looking at? This ain't a sideshow, pal. If you want to make a documentary about us, you gotta make an appointment ahead of... Oh, Master, it's you. Finally finished your homework, huh? Let's see. Alright, today's the second day of the most recent reset. Want to drink with us? They say this booze is actually really good for you. I only got here now. You're just so you, aren't you? Whatever. You're welcome to join our club. Here, have a seat and order whatever you want. You do have AP pounds on you, right? At first it was just John and Blackbeard, but now everyone's been coming here just about every day to drown in their sorrows. The meals and Banyama prayers are all offerings full of gratitude made for Buddha. So even a servant could get sick if they eat and drink too much of them, which is why, well... I see you've been keeping a constant eye on them to make sure nothing happens. Yes, I first came here at Jalter's request when she asked me to join the Anti-Servantfest Alliance in Master's place. But since the Alliance has been renting the whole place out of basically every day, I decided to stick around and help Banyama so she wouldn't have to do everything herself. Though we don't have to worry about that anymore. Now that you're here, Master, I'm going back to our old club activities.
What? Who said you could do that? Once you join the Anti-Servantfest Alliance, you don't just get to walk away.
Poor Benny. Poor Banyama. Also, when are we gonna get the adult Banyama? Servant, I want grown-up Banyama.
For that matter.
Mash, you're like our little sister, our all-purpose helper and the backbone of our group and all in one. If you leave us now, we'll be in freefall until we hit rock bottom, and who knows how long that'll take. Yeah, I'm not surprised why that thing you just tried to type got flagged there, Viper. I am not surprised why that just got flagged. Oh, why are you guys against Servantfest now?
Yeah, I mean, you don't know. This is a matter of pirate pride. We want to be free to live our lives however we want. That's why we're not taking part in this piss-poor excuse for a Servantfest. All we care about now is wrecking it for everyone else. That's why we assembled like-minded comrades and formed this huge alliance. As long as we're around, Servantfest will never succeed, I guarantee it. More like, as long as these resets keep happening, my chances of getting motivated are zeroed out. True, Andy probably wants Benny Alter more than anyone. I mean, why bother trying to finish my new book if I never have to worry about deadlines? Oh, Shelter. She's going crazy. Hey, madam, where's my food? My only pleasure right now are sleeping and eating. I'll be damned if I have to go without another one of them. Well, Shelter, you know what? Again, it's been like a month, so you, me, Mash, we can all just go up to a room here and, you know, it'll be fine. Just, everybody just give us about, I'll say 12 hours and I'll have Mash and Shelter feeling better. Yeah. 12 hours, we'll be fine. Stop that, Shelter. Servant or not, drowning yourself with so much gluten can't possibly be good for you. Soul, the pirate guy is entirely serious about what he's saying. His heart's crying too, but I probably shouldn't say that in front of anyone else. Brobeard's heart is crying? So how are you planning to wreck it? I don't know. I mean, she looks more adult than normal Benny Enma, so I'm more approved. I'm glad you asked. See, no matter how many otaku t-shirts I put away, I'll always be a pie-cut man at heart. No, I'd never disrupt Servantfest Hall with violence. I'm going to communicate my displeasure to the committee with my attitude alone. It doesn't matter how squeaky clean the committee wants their Servantfest to be if they can't get anyone to show up for it. Which means, we're going to keep gathering other servants to our cause and grow with our Servantfest boycotts. Once those committee members see how empty their con hall is, they'll know that they can't just expect people to show up even in the tropics. Are you really prepared to go that far, Beardy? I agree. Well, I think it's wonderful that you're not resorting to violence. I can't condone involving people who do want to attend. I don't know how many resets you've gone through by now, but the festival reaches its finale at least a few times, right? So if more than half of the other clubs approve of how the committee's running things, can they really be that bad? Oh yeah, sure, I'll grant this year's Servantfest is super welcoming. The club members all get free meals and accommodations, and they can even get art supplies and reference material delivered to their room if they ask. They're also doing a great job of taking care of the regular attendees, coupons for well-known shops, all-day city bus passes, more and better medical facilities, improved night patrols, cracking down on tourist traps. Even though I'm strictly a buy-only guy, I still found myself thinking it was paradise. At first. But then I found out they'd made one rule they should never have made. A rule that goes against everything Servantfest stands for, where the rich get richer and everyone else can suck it. Unless someone wants to go through the trouble to make it, every kind of book is a-okay here, even if one person only reads it. That was BB's one dream for this festival, and those committee bastards stomped all over it. Sure makes it sound like the committee must have been the ones who stole the singularity from BB then, huh? Oh. A violin? What a shame, what a terrible, terrible shame to think that a hero of your caliber could be so blind. I thought you of all people would understand after your brilliant showing at Pycat, but I can no longer bear to listen to this drivel. Huh? Who's there? And gosh, me, a hero? Stop, you'll make me blush. Do I know you, or are you a fellow pirate? Absolutely not. I'm no pirate, but I am a true hero. I could never be home near the sea as you are. Lancelot! My name is Mr. Someone, as one of the Queen's Knights. I hope uphold law and order for all of Servantfest. What are you talking about? You can be more at home. Oh no. Hey! It's Nock. This song is a funeral march. In fact, for your funeral. Do you like it? I understand where you're coming from, and to that I say, any club who refuses to take part in the finale has no place at Servantfest. In the name of Normalization Committee, we will not allow even a single discordant weed to grow unchecked. Under Articles 5 and 6 of the new Servantfest laws, I'm arresting you all for illegal club activities. Damn, it's a raid. Come on, Soul, let's get them. If they arrest us now, we'll never get another chance. You're the leader of the Anti-Servantfest Alliance, so fight like it. I'm the leader! So when I say take me to your leader, they take me to me? So 3 servants from my party. Why am I not surprised Zhong Qi is there? So, support Castoria. It said MASH has to show up, so that's fine. Yeah. Let's just give MASH a sumo. And Lam Lam.
Oh, no, lamp. Yes. That's what I... Is that... No, I said I must have mispronounced. My throat is getting really dry. I don't know how her name is pronounced, okay? Oh, gosh. This is... I said Jinki. Did I not? Oh, no. Lancelot's joined the enemy side. Lancelot, no! Okay, like I said, my throat is growing really dry at this point. I apologize for the mispronunciation. Alright, this is definitely gonna be interesting. Doot that deet. Delicious H2O. Don't feel insulted, I apologize. My fairy soldier, what was that? I should probably do that. I really gotta remember Cass and itself up. That was a horn. So you hate what they did with Wu, is that Tian? They ruined her. Yep. You've said that many a times before. Alright. So that's the first part. Knock is gonna be a bit more of a pain to beat with Cass. Or with Hawartoria. Or not. I was gonna say that was gonna be hard, but I guess the game wanted to make me stand corrected. Another no battle node. Man, it's taken longer than an hour. Jeez. Oh, why are you two getting my way all of a sudden? We only just met at the hotel earlier. Why in the world would you help these day-drinking rebels? You have nothing to do with any of them. Oh, I know them from the past Servantfest, so... I see. So you're friends. That does explain why you'd help them. Okay, I'll write that battle off as an act that was beyond your control. I won't charge you with anything this time. For that matter, these were summoning arts, right? I didn't realize you were the master of Chaldea. Let me introduce myself properly. I'm Naria. What are your names? I'm Sol. It's nice to meet you. And I'm a friend of Sol's. I guess you can call me, Manny. Sol and Manny. Got it. And this night, here's my new escort. I just met him earlier, actually. He approached me, told me how beautiful I was, then asked me if I was here alone, so I... Huh? Uh-oh. What in the world do you think you're doing, Sir Lancelot? Aren't you supposed to be guarding Master? Hello, Mash. I'm glad to see you're alright too, Sol. I think my actions speak for themselves, but I'll take this opportunity to clear things up anyways. The truth is, I've been suffering from temporary amnesia since that mysterious flash of light a few hours ago. I only just now came to my senses. So Mr. Someone is your friend too? Damn, I thought he'd be a decent helper in combat. Well, hiring him when he tried to pick me up was mostly a whim, so I won't miss him too much. And if it's not like I need any help to deal with the anti-Servantfest Alliance anyway.
Don't go thinking you're hot stuff, pink hair. We just let our guard down now, that's all. You came after us knowing we were drunk off our asses. Where's the honor, I ask ya? Your beloved committee'd probably be shocked to hear how you've been conducting yourself, ain't that right, Xalter?
Quit shouting, my freaking head. I actually may need to go to the bathroom. I'm gonna hurl.
Oh, poor Xalter.
I am sad. It's hard to believe she was one of the most renowned creators at last Servantfest. Never mind, I was so appalled by what I saw here that I was going to arrest you all, but that was a heat of the moment thing. I take it back. In fact, I'm here today because I want to treat even rebels like yourselves fairly.
Treat us fairly, my ass.
Hear me out. The committee carefully considered your proposal to loosen our code, and has decided to accept it. So on the finale, we're going to have attendees vote for their favorite books at Servantfest, and if your Alliance Club's book makes it to the top 10, we'll accept it as the will of the people. And the committee will abolish the rule about books having to stay with approved genres only. A god-tier book, Dojin worship. Oh gosh, what does Brobeard want to write? Really, so all we have to do is make the next god-tier book. That's right. However, if your book fails to make it the top 10, the Anti-Servantfest Alliance will be disbanded. And you'll all have to volunteer as Servantfest staff members for the rest of the time. Incidentally, while we may have had to reset Servantfest 5 times so far as a result of several incidents, a poll we took this morning has books made by our committee members occupying all 10 of the top rankings. So what do you think? Doesn't that sound like a beautifully fair opportunity? Assuming you have the guts to seize it, of course.
Wait, really? Does she not know that our master is a Servantfest expert? With Lord Sol on our side, we can make a top 10 book in our sleep. That's enough big talk from you, girlie. You want to see which of us can make a better Dojin? You better believe you're on. You have no idea who Sol here is, do you? Well, let me tell you. This is the captain of the legendary club that pulled off a miraculous 12-book marathon at the last Servantfest.
You mean you're the legendary master? Now that I mention it, you do have the look of an assistant about you.
Hold up.
Then it seems all worthy points. However, the code won't be loosened until after the rankings are tallied. So while you can print as many books as you like, you'll have to wait until we've won before you can make any freaky stuff.
This match is as good as one. As the representative of the Anti-Servantfest Alliance, I accept your challenge. Well, I'm a buyer, not a creator, so I won't be making the book myself, but that's fine.
Blackbeard, I'm not sure Jalter and the other two members will be happy with you accepting this challenge without talking to them first. Nah, I'm sure it won't make any difference. Yara there isn't the type to take no for an answer in times like this. More importantly, what's this code you've been talking about? It sounds like this whole conflict is about. It refers to the themes books that Servantfest can address. And this year, the committee is only permitting works about one theme. See, only one theme, so what is it? Soccer? Poetry? The thing is Hawartoria, of course. What else would it be? Huh? I said the theme is Hawartoria. This year, every book is by Hawartorias, about Hawartorias, and for Hawartorias.
Nasu, you petty, petty mushroom.
Hawartoria is just so great, especially her face. She's pure, upright, bold, and daring all at once. She may seem timid and demure, but she has the heart of a lion.
Also, this is his Mystic Eye Symphony event, all of a sudden.
She has all the cherubic innocence of a young woman and the beauty of a young man. She has the slender, hard-working shoulders and competitive, unyielding eyes. She's an absolutely unblemished cultural treasure. There's no other theme in the world that could suit Hawartoria the better. Oh, come now. Of course there is. What the hell is this? Some kind of weirdly elaborate prank? Come on, Sol, say something. There's no way we can make a book about a ridiculous theme like...
What? We just have to make a book about Hawartoria. Dunzo!
Shut, pirate! Oh, who the hell came up with such a ridiculous rule? You did, I did, of course. When the committee chair asked for suggestions, it just popped into my head for some reason. Because you were besties! Anyway, now that our deal's official, we are competitors. Frankly, with an organization this shoddy, forget putting up a fight. I'd be astonished if you managed to complete a book at all. I can't wait for the finale, my next book. Memories of Hawartoria, a selection of Hawartoria impromptu poems, volume 6. Is going to leave you all in the dust.
Nock is an Hawartoria simp.
That much is obvious. Nock is the OG Hawartoria simp, apparently. So we gotta place top 10 popularity for people vote on the last day, and if we lose, we have to disband. Why the hell would you just accept that without trying to talk to us first? This is obviously a trap. Are you trying to get yourself killed? I freaking hope so, because I'm about to kill you first. I'm sure they'll figure out we changed our minds when we send them your head on a damn platter.
Oh crap, my head? I can't even dive into the oceans to escape since this is in a ship.
God damn right. The only thing you can do for incompetent workers is give them a quick death. Well, normally I'd say so anyway. But just this once, you get a pass. Good job. Hell yeah, I'll accept the challenge. With Sol on our side, there's no way we can lose. Sorry, there's something else I actually have to do this year. Oh no! Why would you say that? Did you eat something rotten? What's the point of living if you're not going to be a part of a club? I know you can do it, Shelter. I believe in ya. Oh, you're serious, aren't you? I can see it in your eyes. You're not going to budge.
You know, I had a feeling this might happen. Lord Soul's aura is much clearer this time around.
So you're saying it was all money back during my time? I think it's a good idea. This year Senpai only just finished his homework for Chaldea. So he deserves to relax now that he's finally made it here. Fine, guess you got a point. Not like you can come up with good drafts when you're totally burned out anyway. Guess we'll just have to go with the Blackbeard's head on the platter plane after all. I bet Betty Animal will pickle it for us if we ask nicely.
Please don't. My guts isn't meant to be used like that. And when did you start running up from a fight that's already been picked? We've got no choice but to do this now, and we can with you and the other Alliance folks here.
No, I'm out. I couldn't have made the book like I did last time without Soul. So if he's not taking part, I just hold the rest of the Alliance back. Speaking of which, most of the Alliance people's spirits are long since broken, and they're going around doing whatever. Face it, we don't have a club that can make top-tier book in freaking Hawartoria genre anymore. What about the other clubs in the Alliance? Other clubs? Me, Blackbeard, Cat, and Maeve are the Alliance's founding members, but I might be a beast, but that doesn't mean I'm a sloth. Go chew on some eucalyptus, think about what you did, and die. Why eucalyptus? If it has to be about Hawartoria, then I can't make a photo book of me, right? I'm going back to Chaldea. Hey, look! Viper, the original Maeve is not even going to be in this event anymore, it seems. So she says, at least. Shoot, I missed a bit of dialogue there. Then there were the ones who joined us because they didn't like the Normalization Committee's way of doing things. Who were they again? Blackbeard, Mordred, who's just there to rebel against whoever's in charge, and a mysterious lady who goes wherever Mordred goes. Girls who want to have fun with their first time making Dojin, but didn't know where to begin. Happy Infirmary, who didn't contribute anything in the last Servantfest, but insisted this year would be different. Yoroshiku Mount Liang, who said they wanted a new set of Servantfest record for biggest club roster ever with over 100 members. And a walking dog becomes a pretty boy. That field genre was cultivated 200 years ago, 200 old men and their comrades who joined forces once more. Good Lord Almighty, I don't even know what that means.
Those are the type of main clubs in our alliance.
Oh, that's a lot of clubs.
Of course, most of them aren't working on anything right now, thanks to the whole Hawartoria genre restriction thing.
I'm sorry for causing trouble for all these clubs. I can't participate in club activities. I can bring refreshments. I'm a gopher. So you'll be our stand-in assistant. No, manager. Then we might have a shot at finishing this thing. Let's see, what were the resources we can get in Hawartoria again? You mean the 3 types of energy known as primal energy drinks, brainy curry, and emotional steak. True, I've heard from other swimsuit servants that those can all be used for creative purposes. And you can find other kinds of support resources at the antenna shop. If you have AP pounds, you can trade them with committee members for different kinds of resources. Here, Master, you can have my committee member's card. I see, you really know a lot about this, Lancelot.
Of course, it's because I did some asking around at the office district. Definitely not the beach. Nope. At any rate, I wasn't told those various resources can be used as fuel for creative processes. Perhaps they're just what you need to inspire the clubs that have lost their motivation.
Exactly, nothing like loading up on nutrients to get the creative juices flowing again. Although seeing your face will probably be the best source of energy they could ask for.
So in other words, Master, you're going to be the Anti-Servantfest Alliance's new leader, and get those rudderless clubs back on track. Excuse me, this is like a dream come true. Damn it, this is no time to be dressed up like this. Blackbeard, transform! Servantfest is already dead, Altar will soon rise, I'll help too, Brother Soul. With you here, victory's as good as ours. I can't wait to see how the finale turns out now.
I agree. This plan should let you enjoy your sightseeing without adding too much stress. I'll help you gather resources too, Senpai. Besides, I would hate to see the Servantfest finale arrive without a finished book to show for it. Oh, but didn't you say you had other things you had to do, Senpai?
I'll fill you in later, Mash.
Are you too with this, Castoria? Yeah, I want to know more about Yurandu and this code of hers that obviously concerns me directly. So I think helping the Anti-Servantfest Alliance out is ultimately going to be a net positive all around. However, there's a lot I don't know about what those club activities entail, so I'll focus on the other things whenever you and Match are working on those. I'm glad to see everything appears to have worked out. Now then, if you'll excuse me, of course I'll be happy to help with our club activities, right, Sir Lancelot? I mean, it's not like you're a chicken and surely no self-respecting knight of the Round Table would feel a need to stretch his legs at the beach, right? Oh, Mash. Yes, of course. Why, helping those in need is the knight's highest calling. I can't wait to get started. Ah, Mash. She has Lancelot wrapped around her little finger. She is playing the daughter angle really well. Investigation and visitations. Let's go. So I should be done with the main story stuff now. For the time being, right? Janice, essentially? Okay. Mission completion stuff. So this is all pretty standard. We have no missions available right now. You lied. You lied, Janice. How could you lie to me? There was still more of the story. There was still more story. Yes. Servantfest Day 2 afternoon. Anti-Servantfest Alliance leaders gathering. Clothiers. Chaldea Gamers. Happy Infirmary. Mount Liang. Bishonin. The rest of the servants this year are all originals except for the two you mentioned. And that's where we find ourselves. Doujin battle between the Moralization Committee and the Anti-Servantfest Alliance. Thought we were going to go to war, not complete with who makes a more popular Doujin. What's wrong with that? A popularity contest is just what we need. This reminds me of all the fights I got into with the Utagawa school. So the committee wants to fight this battle not with force but through Servantfest itself. How very like them. Hey, Yanqing. It's a girl with the can't take an insult. Yeah. It's rare for rulers to recognize rebel elements as my throat is getting so dry. As foes on equal footing. These conditions seem pretty fair, too. Did you hear that, Senpai? It sounds like everyone's on board with this plan. Oh yeah, nothing but the best of the best here. Alright then, does that mean we can count on you two to have a Doujin ready for the finale in 5 days? I have been drinking water. Not a chance. Well, it's pretty obvious here. If we can't get it done in 5 days, we just have to keep pushing the deadline back. Just keep causing trouble. Duh. Cause trouble, cause a reset. I guess we stumbled right out of the gate. Well, I suppose less stumbled and fell flat on our faces. Well, they do make a good point. I get where they're coming from. Honestly, I don't see how they could hope to beat Nox's obvious passion for the Hawartoria genre when they're totally unfamiliar with it themselves. Since these people are so experienced with making Doujin, they're still intimidated by Nox's book. Just how good is it? Is there really that much of a difference? I would think any book singing my king's praises would be a masterpiece. Well, yeah, there's a difference. Every creator's got their own strengths and weaknesses, right? I mean, just imagine an Avenger like me making a book about King Art. Shit, that's just crazy enough to work, and the thought alone made me throw up in my mouth a little. Oh no. Salter. The surprise Salter cameo. I'm pretty sure any club would be happy to try their hand at making an Hawartoria book, but making one exclusively about a pure and virtuous King Arthur is a whole other can of worms. Alright, the shock's worn off and I'm done playing with crabs on the beach. So now Blackbeard and I are going to go back to the hideout and see if we can't figure out another way to beat your undo. You got your own stuff to do, right, Soul? Let us know if you make any headway. Come on, Blackbeard. A brainstorming session it is.
Then I suggest we visit Hawaii's Otaku Holy Land, the Ala Moana Center. It's not a hentai, though, that they're making. Let's get back to the investigation. No, we've been walking around all day, so we should take an hour or so to rest at the beach. I'll go ask around and see what I can find out in the meantime. When I get back, let's fill Mash and Lancelot in on our real mission. Real mission? What is she talking about, Senpai? I'll be damned, I remember hearing you had a duty to fulfill back at the hotel. But I never would have guessed it involved stolen Servantfest authority and a singularity that could threaten all of human history if left unchecked. I am truly ashamed by my behavior thus far. I knew I used For Someone's glory at the airport to match the tropical atmosphere, but from here on, I'll treat this mission with the utmost seriousness. So that's why we didn't hear BB's usual excited announcements this time. In that case, I can definitely understand why the Normalization Committee would be suspect. You know much about the Mesh? Yes, you could say that. I visited their headquarters once when they tried to recruit me. See that big building over there on the coast? That's the Normalization Committee's HQ. The exterior may be distinctive, but the inside is just the typical office building. Everyone who works there was really nice, too. So while I feel kind of bad for the Alliance saying this, the committee doesn't strike me as bad people. If that's how you feel, Mash, then trust yourself. Never feel bad following your gut. I mean, I'm hoping to eventually put out something self-published myself. I don't know how the self-publishing process goes, and it would be... I've only got 3 chapters of the first book written so far. And I plan to post the first, things chapter by chapter for free eventually, and then eventually self-publish if I get big enough. But that's in the future, man. That's in the future, but I guess I am technically making a doujin myself. Besides, I agree. I sense nothing evil from that building whatsoever. Thank you, Lancelot. Still, I can't forget about the Alliance and the committee's competition. I just hope someone can come up with a good idea that will let them venture to the unknown genre. Do you know that person over there on the beach, Senpai? They've been watching us for a while now. Who could that be? I wonder who this is. Brown. With the summer drip. Sorry, you mistook me for someone else. Anyway, I need to go now, so... They could all make things on the DBZ Broly route. True, they could. There's a lot of places they could go with an Hawartoria-focused thing. Heck, I'm not ashamed to admit, I considered at one point making a fanfiction that plopped Seba from Fate Stay Night in Skyrim as the Dragonborn. Because, she has a dragon core, so she would technically be a Dragonborn, I never really went anywhere with it, but it did pop into my head. Anything can be Seba. Anything. Got another candidate to worry about. I only meant to stop by this side for a little while, with all luck running into you here. Well, at least Hawartoria isn't here now, so I guess that's all good. Alright, I guess the jig's up then. Hi there, everyone. It's me, Oberon, the Fairy King, appearing incognito. Gosh, don't you just love summer? It's great. All this heat really makes you feel different. It even makes ice pops taste better. Oh, this is a cheap melon bar I bought at the shop over there. You can have some if you like. I'm surprised to see you here too, Oberon. I thought you hated summer. Who told you that? Summer's the season where life shines brightest. Even the insects have been looking forward to this festival for a long time. As the king of the fairies, I'd never publicly declare that I hate it. Oh wait, was it Morgan? She's not exactly my biggest fan. No, that's okay. No need to trouble myself about clearing up that misunderstanding. More importantly, I overheard you talking about something pretty unsettling, something about the singularity being a threat. So you see, why are we doing an exposition dump about the threat of the singularity to the threat of LB6? Okay, so that's why you're here. Man, you just can't catch a break, can you? It's downright bizarre how much trouble seems to love dogging your every step. Well, I suppose it was fate that we ran into each other like this. I'm your friend, so it's only right that I help you out. You said you were looking for a way to motivate these clubs, right? Then I may be able to offer some advice. Really? Really? But first, let's have some fun!
You know how a picture's worth 1,000 words? Well, experiencing this for yourselves won't just be faster than listening to a lecture, it'll be more fun as well. Three servants only. Pretender. Shoot. Means my lamb strategy won't be solid. You know what? You know what? I'm gonna give somebody some catharsis here. I think Morgan deserves a little bit of catharsis. You know? Morgan and Cass do. Cass with Bombsy. Lancelot's just here. You could have said that earlier, game. You could have said that earlier. There's like no indication that MASH is needed. Did they? I must just be blind then. Sumo, and that means I can't Black Grail Morgan, so Sumo. Double Sumo power. I might just be blind. I might just be blind. Hi, Oberon. Why do you have invincibility? Ignore sure hit. Reduce damage to 0. Resistance to all attacks. Become immune to debuffs when all allies, including yourself, are on the field. Of course. Of course. I think this is fine. Revenge time, Morgan. Time to get some revenge. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. I didn't see there was multiple enemies. Shoot. I was not paying attention. Oh no, my game crashed. Oh darn. I can't believe my game just totally crashed like that. It's a shame when my game just randomly crashes. This stream has been going for a long time there, Janice, and I still have one more thing I want to do as well. So I don't know if I'll be leveling up to Lawlock today. I might be doing a double level up next stream. So 6 enemies. Burning a Morgan NP now would be a waste. Dang it. Why? No! 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 Why did it do that? Why? It should have gone to the enemy in the front order. What the frick, game? They designed it this way for this fight. Yeah, another crash. Another crash. Yeah, my phone is certainly struggling, isn't it? My phone is struggling. I'm trying to think, is this going to interfere with plans? It would if I do that. I can't do that if it's going to interfere with my plans that I've already made in my mental head. Of course, that's again. Of course. Why wouldn't it? Why the fuck wouldn't it? And that is so annoying. There we go, Morgan got her revenge. Morgan got her revenge in the end. Happy day. Final arrow of this node. Is it going to be another node following after, though? And then another, and another, and another, and another, and another, and another. You didn't even try to hold back, so this is how workaholics with no sense of humor fight. Oh, well, I guess this is always meant to be. The bigger a flower blooms, the faster it wilts. Forever. Bye, Oberon. Oberon's spirit origin signal just vanished. That can't be right. I'm sure I held back. Please, can we forget this ever happened? It's okay. Huh? The red text, yes! Did you really think you could get away that easily? Oh, you figured it out? Man, you're no fun, Master. Sorry about that, Mash. Lancelot, I was just jesting. As you can see, I'm totally fine. Thanks for holding back. Still, you might be a little too earnest for your own good, Mash. Don't let any bad fairies deceive you next time. Thank you. I'll be careful. When you say bad fairies, do you mean like the one who attacked the city? I believe she called herself Keitku Mako Ser. Oh yeah, I was only using fairies as an example, but I guess she's the biggest, baddest fairy around here, isn't she? Like father, like daughter, indeed. Well, that's a different problem. Right now, you're wondering what to make for Servantfest, right? Right, everyone says they don't know what to draw because they're so unfamiliar with the genre. No, there's nothing hard about it. They're just taking it far too seriously. Not unlike you often do, Mash. The code restriction isn't limited to focus on King Arthur of Britain. It's just about Hawartoria, right? Then all you have to do is explore all the possibilities, come up with all sorts of different hypotheticals. Like, what if she had stayed a squire instead of becoming a king? What if she were reincarnated as a modern-day mage? Just take what you would think would be fun and try it with Hawartoria. Take the fairies who you were just talking to me. You don't really have to dig deep to find some real truth behind Hawartoria. Though, of course, if you have any clubs that love doing deep dives into their subject, you don't have to stop them. My point is, people should be free to create whatever they like, as long as it's not baselessly slandering or defaming anyone, of course. No, but maybe keep Shakespeare out of this. He'd just go right back to picking fights with Jean. I see, so we should think about this theme as an anthology rather than having to focus exclusively on original works. Just explain that to the clubs. I'm sure they'll understand. I could even talk to them myself if you like. No, we got this. Why are you at Servantfest, though, Aubrey? Well, that's a strange question. Do you really think you need to know that now? Even so, it's very lucky to ask. Okay, since you won our battle, I guess I can tell you. I see Servantfest as a way of continuing tales after they've ended, to make failed dreams come true in new and different ways. Just imagine a true never-ending story. Who wouldn't want that? The only problem is, it's so bright I can't quite get close to it. I mean, that is Oberon's whole thing, wasn't it? That was Oberon's whole thing. He disliked how the story of Fairy Britain was going to be forgotten.
and all that.
Hey guys, I'm back, and I didn't have much luck. Well, something happened while I was gone. Mash looks much more optimistic. Lancelot seems lost. And you seem incredibly conflicted about something, Soul. Oh, we're fine. We just ran into a kind stranger who helped us a way forward. He suggested we...
Exposition dump!
Okay, so you don't have to stick to following King Arthur then. As long as Hawartoria shows up, it still follows the rules. Right, it may still not be how anything goes, but I think this might give us a fighting chance. Indeed, for example, we could make a story about the King of Knights who also is a socialite, a noblewoman, and a casino owner. Well, I suppose a version of her like that already exists, but still. You don't say, a socialite Hawartoria, huh? Time has come. The Alliance must strike while the iron is hot. Let's head back to the Chun Tai right now. We'll tell everyone this new idea and help them create a lot of wonderful Hawartoria books to share with the world. That's what you're talking about. Were you always like this, Mash? She's always been very passionate about the Knights of the Round. Very, very passionate, indeed. Alright, so that is Section 3. There's no more story, right? Quests have been unlocked in certain places. You started creating Hawartoria books. Gain a variety of strength and effects command cards with Servantfest 2025 Summer Elemental Domain Hawartoria by equipping limited craft essence. Each addition will increase the effect power of each club's level. Okay, there is no battle nodes. I'm not worrying about those right now. I'm going to work on farming. There's no story with these, right? None of these have any story. Please tell me none of these have any story. So I can't even grind them right now. Okay, no. There is... Okay, so there is stuff I can just straight up grind. Okay, that's what I'm going to be doing then. I'm going to be doing I'm going to be doing the orange nodes for the grinding in between streams. But before I do that, there is something that is long overdue that needs done. I have one last Bleached Earth quest that I have been pushing off. The Undersea Fairy Tale. I'm going to take care of that here and now. Hopefully. At least. And I have set up a squad that should... Keyword here is should... be capable of doing it. Should. Keyword here. Nullify death effect. When did that... Okay, it's fine. It's fine. Okay. You cheesed. How did you cheese, J6? How did thou cheese it? I did see there's guides for like NP4 Morgan,
rinsing this thing, but I don't have NP4. I have NP1, so yeah. Don't ask you, it's been a hell of a long time. There goes a Koyan. You just remember using Morgan. That's fair. Okay. So yeah, I saw that happening. Morgan sadly went down faster than expected. This fricker's gonna keep doing that, isn't he? Shoot. I think this one's already a bust. Yep, this one's already a bust. Especially because of that instant death stuff. Okay, back-to-back MPs. Game, really. Really game. Multiple back-to-back NPs. That's just not fair. I'm gonna outright say that's just not fair for the game to do multiple back-to-frickin'-back NPs. I also did not realize he had immunity to death 2 times. I guess I didn't see that on the first time I fought him. So that changes things so much that I don't know if this squad can do it. Because I specifically have everything geared up so King Hassan can instant death with an NP. But where are all your freaking buffs? I don't think... Can you even revive for this fight? I thought this was a no revive fight. If this is not a no revive fight, then I wasted my seal on the full Morgan NP. Which is annoying, but not unsurprising for me. Lovely. I just didn't pay attention. Also, why is Morgan hitting like a wet freaking noodle? Yes, I know she mainly hits hard with her busters, but still. Yeah, leyline stones are free story revives. Are story revives only. They wouldn't help here. That's a full that cleanses everything. Okay, I'm gonna have to go back to the drawing board. Clearly my original plan is not going to work here because of the freaking instant death. Yep, my plan is a bust. How unfortunate. Well, I guess I'll be doing this one later. Again, it's getting pushed off further down the line. But for now, I think I'm going to call the stream here because I've been going for about 4 hours. So a lot of that motivation's now fully set for me. So I've been Solar Dragon. I hope you've all enjoyed today's long stream. If you have, leave me some feedback in whichever way you so see fit. If you want to check out more by me, be sure to check out the channel here on Twitch or YouTube. Same name, same games. There's plenty of content for all to enjoy. But like, comment, subscribe, Discord follow, etc. I kind of can't really think of much else to say at this point, so have a fantastic evening, everybody.